Network and Playfly Sports. Auburn baseball is on the air. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
Ninth-ranked Auburn opened its series against number 3 LSU last night with an 8-4 win. Samuel Dutton shut out his former teammates in 6 innings of work. A 2-run double by Chase Fralick gave Auburn the lead for good. A record crowd last night, and another is expected tonight. Good evening and War Eagle from Sanford Stadium, Hitchcock Field at Plainsman Park. With Brad Law, I'm Andy Bertram. Samuel Dutton improved to 3-0 at home in the SEC last night. The senior right-hander shut out LSU on 3 hits with 7 strikeouts. Carson Myers went the final 2 2/3 innings to close it out. LSU's Cade Anderson suffered his first loss of the season, going 4 1/3 innings, allowing 5 earned runs on 6 hits. Auburn goes with left-hander Cade Fisher tonight. The junior looks for his first Auburn win. He has an earned run average of 4.43. LSU counters with junior right-hander Anthony Ianson. He's 5-0 with a 3.37 ERA. When we return, the Butch Thompson pregame report. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Auburn University, we're not just learners, we're doers. In every corner of the state, Auburn men and women put knowledge to work, fueling the state's economy and building healthier, more prosperous communities. We partner with local leaders to solve local challenges and create access to opportunities that benefit all. To learn how Auburn's at work in your community, visit auburn.edu/acrossalabama. This message is sponsored by Auburn University, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. And if you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagle.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with our exclusive pregame conversation with head coach Butch Thompson.
Another Friday night great crowd and a big win in game 1 against the number 3 team in the country.
A lot of good stuff. There's no doubt that that's a good baseball team we're playing, and you know we've talked about it at nauseum. Sam Dutton was amazing. Their great pitcher Anderson, who threw a complete game shutout last week. We knew the lefties were 100 points higher coming in, so we left some of our lefties in. We did put Rembert there, a right-handed hitter at DH, but Fralick's big double to get us started off, and then Ike's triple was a difference, and it was both left-handed hitters. So that got us a lead, and then Myers did a great job at the finish line. Just gave up a couple of hits, but struck out the side in the ninth and got us to the finish line.
What was the key now, as we look back on it, the key to Sam Dutton's start for you last night?
Consistency, not getting caught up in a place that he come from where he cares a lot about a lot of people, and just like all our stops in coaching or broadcasting or whatever walk of life, you got people that you care about at every step and every stage. And thought he did a good job of just not trying to think about extra stuff. And my job is to go out and do this, and that. And I thought he did a great job. Maturity for a guy this age to be able to not allow anything to affect an outing except giving us another consistent performance, which we saw.
Bub Terrell with a big night at the plate, but the plays he made in left on back-to-back plays, and that diving play coming towards the brickwork, one of the best plays we've seen defensively all season long.
Yeah, it just seems like we've had a lot of wind in the air. And last week against Alabama, we had the southern wind where things were pushing in. Now we got a northwest wind in this series this weekend against LSU, and ball's traveling like crazy, but it's a lot of swirl and stuff up there. Even the pop-ups to like shortstop a couple of times last night, you can see a lot of it's not really sure until it gets really close to him because there's a little movement late. Bub handled it great. He made a very acrobatic catch where he almost overrun because of that wind in the first, and then a foul ball he caught was just special later on. And I guess the asterisk there is just seeing how these freshmen keep helping us so much. I already mentioned Freilic's big double to get us going, but Rembert and Freilich and Terrell, they were 7 for 11 on the evening. When your freshmen are contributing that way too, that helps.
Record crowd last night, and after the A-Day game today, expect another big crowd, and it sure makes a difference for the ball club, doesn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed coming out and seeing you on the sidelines and some others, and then what I really liked was coming back and just seeing our fans. What a great crowd that was out there for the practice, I guess we'll call this one, and but just getting to meet fans and getting to see some folks and getting to sign a couple of things, take some pictures. Just a blast, and hopefully some of those folks will enjoy being in town on a beautiful sunny day and will make their way to Plainsman Park. We need every bit of the juice and energy here. As again, we're talking about playing one of the best teams in America to give us a fighting chance. Our fans can help make a huge difference.
What does a Friday night win mean in this league?
Well, it means the second game you get a chance to win a series. And I'll tell you what, after being year 24, I think the goal should always be to try to go get one. And it's when you can get one, that's not a defeatist attitude. It's when you can get one, the earlier you can get one, you can think about another one. Everybody, it's easy to sit there as a fan at home or even in the crowd and go, we got to sweep them, or, what you do is got to get one as early as you can. And then you move forward and you try to get a second one. You get a second one, you try to think about that. But getting a sweep, but it's one step at a time because you're matched athletically. You have to keep your wits about you for an entire series. So thankful we won the first game. That's a huge advantage for teams that win the first game. There's no doubt about that. But nothing's secure. So we got to come back out here and play a good baseball game. And the total investments into today. When you think about yesterday, you think about tomorrow, that's when you get lost in the weeds of the moment. And that's the message to the ball club today.
Cade Fisher gets to start for you tonight. What do you want to see out of Cade?
Him just continue to take a next step through some back stuff early in the year, and it's just been slow. We believe in him so much. The opposing batting average is so low, and where he throws that slot from, it seems like he's been a challenge to hit, and we've seen that over and over. But, building out innings and really the command. I think this will be a command thing like it has been for him. If he can absolutely make LSU beat us and he not beat himself or create offense for them, I think we'll be in a good place. We got Hetzler there for the back end. There's a little bit of a gap there in the middle between the expected distance of Fisher and getting to Hetzler, what he can handle. So, is it an Alvarez? Is it a Graves? Who's that going to be to fill that gap last night when Tilly and Myers got into the ball game? That'll be passing that baton in the middle of the game, hopefully a lead to get to Hetzler. That's kind of the plan of attack for today.
All the best for you tonight, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road.
I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Keep your business in the know with the USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
O'Reilly. Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Children's of Alabama is excited to partner with Auburn baseball because at Auburn, it's about making a difference on and off the field. The team is thrilled to introduce Hits and Sits, where all proceeds will benefit Children's of Alabama. Step up to the plate and sponsor a home game. You can sign up by visiting bc5foundation.org. Choose a game and a strikeout or a hit. It will be echoed beyond Plainsman Park into the lives of families at Children's of Alabama. Sign up today at bc5foundation.org. War Eagle.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Let's start with LSU. Jay Johnson's team is 31-4 overall, 10-3 in the SEC. That's tied for third place. Derek Carriel is the left fielder. He will lead things off. Batting second and playing first base, it's Jared Jones, the team's home run and RBI leader. Daniel Dickinson plays second and bats third. Ethan Fry is the DH and the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth in right field, it's Josh Pearson. Luis Hernandez catches and bats sixth. The shortstop, Stephen Milam, hits seventh. A new third baseman for LSU tonight, it's Michael Braswell III. He will hit eighth. And Chris Stanfield in center field rounds out the order. Again, for the Bayou Bengals, it's Carriel, Jones, Dickinson, Fry, Pearson, Hernandez, Milam, Braswell, and Stanfield. Now for your Auburn Tigers, Butch Thompson squad, 24-10 overall, 7-6 in conference play, tied for seventh in the league standings. Eric Snow at second base at the top of the lineup. The DH is Chris Rembert batting second. Ike Irish in right field hits third. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Cooper McMurray. Then it's the left fielder, Bub Terrell, hitting fifth. And the third baseman, Eric Guevara, hitting sixth. Batting seventh in center field, Bristol Carter. Hitting eighth and catching, Chase Freilich. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Derek Fabian. It's a lineup that worked for the Tigers last night. They'll go with it again tonight. Again, Snow, Rembert, Irish, McMurray, Terrell, Guevara, Carter, Freilich, and Fabian. One final pregame timeout and a gorgeous night for baseball and what I would guess would be a record crowd still pouring into the ballpark. We'll set that Auburn defense, tell you a little more about Cade Fisher, and get this game underway straight ahead. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout, yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosks around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game, plus home men's and women's basketball games, baseball and softball. Live sports radio presented by Alpha Insurance.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Cook's Pest Control, keeping your home and business safe from pests and termites since 1928. And by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
The Auburn Tigers have taken the field behind Cade Fisher. The defense, Bub Terrell in left, Bristol Carter in center, Ike Irish in right. Along the infield, first to third, it's Cooper McMurray, Eric Snow, Derek Fabian, and Eric Guevara. Behind the plate again, it's Chase Freilich. Before we give you Cade Fisher's numbers, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Fisher is in his junior season, 6'3", 202-pound left-hander, transfer from Florida and originally from Dalton, Georgia. Fisher, no record, a 4.43 earned run average in 7 starts this year. He's pitched 20 1/3 innings, given up 14 hits, 10 earned runs, 17 walks, 25 strikeouts. He's hit 7 batters, thrown 4 wild pitches. Teams are batting just .206 against Cade Fisher because of the walks and hit batters. He's issued too many free passes, and that's why he's only pitched 20 1/3 innings this year. Tigers are hoping to get 4 or more out of their junior lefty tonight. It's a gorgeous night for baseball, and we're excited to turn things over to get you started on a beautiful Saturday night at Plainsman Park. The voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Brad, thank you. First pitch weather forecast brought to you by Blue Moon. Everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 65 degrees at game time tonight. Wind out of the northwest at 13 miles an hour. Not a cloud in the sky. It is a clear evening for baseball at Plainsman Park. Tigers in their home white uniforms with the blue numerals and the lettering, the orange numbers across the front. Auburn wearing the blue ball caps in the block A, the old style A on the front of the ball cap. LSU in the road grays tonight with the purple numerals and lettering and the gold trim. Derek Curiel will lead it off. Went 2 for 5 last night with a couple runs batted in. First pitch from Fisher is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. Curiel batting .375 with 3 homers, 30 runs batted in. And we're underway at Plainsman Park. Now the 1-0. It misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Chuck Pack behind the plate. Ronnie Teague at first. Jordan Farrell down at second. And Nathan Huber is at third. Folks continue to stream into the ballpark. It's likely to be another record crowd here tonight. 2-0. Ball 3 high and outside. We saw a record crowd of 6,756 last night. Second straight Friday night of a record crowd at Plainsman Park. 3 balls and no strikes to Curiel. Here's the pitch. And get me over strike. 3 balls and a strike on a fastball.
Last time against Alabama, 3 innings, 68 pitches, 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts.
3-1. Curiel couldn't get on top of that fastball. It was up a bit, and he fouled it back, and the count is full. It will be a cool evening by the time this one's over tonight, but there is no mention of rain in the forecast. 3-2 pitch. Fouled back, another fastball inside a little bit. He fouled it back. Of course, we really didn't have a mention of the rain last night before that ball game started, did we?
No, we didn't. Kind of surprised us all.
Wind in the 3-2 pitch. Line drive into center field. That's down for a base hit. That's the way the ball game begins. Single up the middle by Curiel.
Fastball at 87 miles an hour got too much of the plate. Curiel takes up a lot of the batter's box. Wide stance, good swings. He's one of the top leadoff hitters in the SEC. His on-base percentage is 3rd in the SEC.
1 for 4 in stolen bases. And he's at first, and that brings the very dangerous Jared Jones to the plate. 1 for 5 last night with a 2-run double. He's batting .380, 11 homers, and 50 runs batted in. He leads LSU in each of those categories. Pitch to him. Inside for ball 1.
And LSU, after losing last night for just the 4th time this year, 3rd time in conference play, they got a little extra edge to them, I think, tonight.
Stretch by Fisher, the 1-0. Missed the inside corner, 2-0. And falling behind this bunch, you're going to get into trouble really quick. That was close. Fisher with the side, gets his sign, comes set at the belt, the pitch, fouled back.
Jones had a beat on that fastball at 87. We've seen Fisher get up to 90 a few times throughout the year.
But this is primarily where his fastball lives.
Yep.
So location is ultra important for Cade. 2-1 to Jones. Ooh, high strike call, 2-2. Even for Jones, that was a high strike.
Yeah, right. Jones, number 2 in the league with 54 hits, number 4 in the SEC with 50 RBIs.
2-2, the count. Curiel gets his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Chopper foul. Into the Auburn dugout.
Nice use of the changeup there. Had Jones way out in front.
A leadoff single for Curiel. He's at first. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jared Jones.
You look for a fastball up and away here. Got to be way up against this guy.
Lefty stretches and pitches. High fly ball into center. Bristol Carter is there for the out.
Went back to another changeup instead.
First out of the inning. And here's Daniel Dickinson. Across campus at Jane B. Moore Field, Auburn softball hosting Georgia. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, bases loaded for Auburn. Tigers trail 7-5 after winning dramatically last night.
Especially after about the 4th inning, those teams just start trading punches.
Stretching the pitch to Dickinson. Line drive down the left field line, it's foul and into the Tiger terrace.
Started Dickinson with a change. 3 straight changeups from Fisher.
1 out, a runner at first for LSU. Fisher off the stretch. And a throw to first. Curiel drives back safely without a tag from Cooper McMurray.
Curiel 0 for 1 in the league in steals. They're only 11 of 15 as a team against conference catchers.
0-1. Drops low. A ball and a strike to Dickinson. He is their leading base stealer with 5 in the starting lineup tonight. Good lead for Curiel at first. Best lead so far. Pitch. Fouled back. Boy, he had a good cut at that one, but Fisher kept it on the outside corner, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Shown him the changeup. He's shown him the fastball.
Daniel Dickinson is hitting .347, 8 homers, 37 runs batted in. Batting .400 with runners on base. 1-2 pitch. Line drive into right field. That's down for a base hit. 1-2 pitch, and he went to right.
A little extra on the fastball there at 89, but a good job by Dickinson. Right-handed hitter went the other way with it. Didn't try to pull. And LSU threatens here in the first inning.
And it's Ethan Fry to the plate. 0 for 4 last night for the DH. Batting .365, 6 homers, 23 runs batted in. He has runners at first and second. And 1 out for LSU here in the in the first. Stretch and pitch. Fly ball into the gap in left center field. Bristol Carter makes the adjustment, gets over there, makes the catch. Ball was hit well, but Carter ran it down. 2 outs.
Bristol, in fact, almost overran it. That had a little bit of slice away and he had to reach back just a little bit with that left hand to make the catch. But a good job. He got a good beat on that ball, good jump, and was able to run to the spot and then reach and make the catch.
There's Josh Pearson. Right fielder went 1 for 3 last night for LSU. He's batting .299 with 5 homers and 23 runs batted in. Two outs, runners at first and second for LSU. Stretch by Fisher in the pitch. Pearson takes the first pitch strike.
Maybe a slider.
LSU getting some pitches into Cade Fisher. 19 here in the first. Pearson right on top of the plate. 0-1. That swept outside, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, he has been hit 10 times this year.
Not surprised.
No.
He crowds the plate. A ball and a strike. Stretch. Here's the pitch. Fly ball into the center field, but Bristol Carter is there. And he makes the catch. All 3 outs recorded by the Auburn center fielder. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. To the bottom half of the first we go. LSU nothing, Auburn coming to play. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
We're always glad when we get an opportunity to talk with Auburn's Director of Athletics, John Cohen.
Our graduates were the 3rd highest wage earners among the 14 schools in the SEC 15 years after graduation. Our students at Auburn, and you know this, everyone connected to Auburn knows this, our students go out in the world and they are highly successful. And when they're highly successful, they want a premium level opportunity at our venues. And the demand is incredibly high. Just to give you an example, we have 114 different accounts. So those are families or groups of families who are saying, we are very interested in a suite in Jordan-Hare Stadium. There's a real demand there.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Cade Fisher, an effective changeup in the first inning, gets 3 fly ball outs. LSU threatens but does not score, and Auburn comes to bat for the first time. Snow Remington Irish against Anthony Ianson. Ianson is out of Lakewood, California, transfer from UC San Diego, 6'2", 208, a junior right-hander. Ianson on the season is 5-0 in 8 starts, a 3.37 earned run average, 42 2/3 innings, 35 hits, 16 earned runs, 15 walks, and 66 strikeouts. He has thrown 8 wild pitches and hit 1 batter. Teams are batting .219 against Anthony Ianson, Eyanson. Defensively behind him, Derek Curiel in left field. Chris Stanfield is in center. Josh Pearson is in right. Along the infield, first to third, Jared Jones, Daniel Dickinson, Stephen Milam, Michael Braswell. Luis Hernandez is the catcher, and Ianson ready to go to work with a fastball and slider primarily. He's got a changeup as well, but it's really fastball, slider primarily, especially to right-handed hitters. And the first 2 that he'll face are right-handed hitters.
Eric Snow was 1 for 5 last night for the Tigers with a run scored. Batting .305 on the season, 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. Fisher worked in and out of trouble in the top half of the first, as the right-hander Ianson works off the stretch. The pitch. Snow to the second baseman Dickinson. To his left, fields and throws. 1 pitch and 1 out for Auburn in the first.
Snow loves to go ambush a first pitch fastball. He got one that time in on the hands and just couldn't pull the hands in far enough to pull it, and it wasn't hit far enough the other way out of the range of Dickinson.
Ianson's fastball tops out in the mid-90s. We're told he'll throw the slider anywhere in the count. All right, here's Chris Rembrandt. Auburn DH takes a fastball at 93 for strike 1. Tiger freshman batting .313, 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. Pitch. Up the middle and through for a base hit. A little bit of a jam shot, Brad, but he was able to muscle it into center field.
I think the Tigers have seen in their film study that he'll try to bust you inside with a fastball. He's not shy about that. Snow tried to pull the hands in on his first at bat. Rembert did that time and delivered a side. He continues to hit the ball so well.
Maybe the only one hitting the ball better right now is the man at the plate, Ike Irish. 1 for 4 last night with one of the big hits on the night. A 3-run triple off the center field wall. Average up to 352, 7 homers, 29 runs batted in for the Auburn right fielder. The pitch to Ike. Curveball. There's a strike.
He won't throw it much, but not a bad idea to throw it on the first pitch of a sequence.
Rembert a lead at first. 4 stolen bases on the season. Ianson stretches, and the pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Hernandez. Ball and a strike to Irish. Also scored a run for Auburn last night. Outfield play straight away and deep with Irish at the plate. Slightly open stance from the left side as Rembert gets his lead at first. Now the 1-1. Ike held up on the slider. It missed low and appealed to third. He did not go, according to last night's home plate umpire, Nathan Huber. 2-1.
Ianson last week against Oklahoma gave up 2 unearned runs on 3 hits. He walked 4, struck out 8 in 5 2/3.
2-1 the count to Irish. Stretch and pitch. Curveball for strike 2. Ike has seen 2 curveballs, both in for strikes.
2 weeks ago, Ianson against Mississippi State, 12 strikeouts in 5 innings. Hasn't given up an earned run since March 22nd.
Shift is on the right side of the infield. Stretch and pitch. Irish tried to go the opposite way, tried to poke it to left, and spoiled a pretty good pitch, fouling it back.
Ianson's given up 1 home run this season. It came against Purdue Fort Wayne on opening weekend, February 15th.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
2-2 to Irish. Here's the stretch and pitch. Just missed the outside corner, full count. Didn't miss by much. Now, does Auburn turn Rembert loose at first? 3 balls and 2 strikes to count to Irish. Ianson steps off. And the pitch clock resets. Rembert with a lead at first as Ianson comes set. The runner goes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Throw to second base, and he is out, and the inning is over. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Hernandez to the shortstop, Milam. No runs, a hit, no errors, and no one left for Auburn. We're through 1, no score between the Tigers and LSU. This is Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you got to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
This is Coach Butch Thompson. Back to more baseball on the Auburn Sports Network.
21 pitches in the first inning for Cade Fisher. He will get the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for LSU in the second. Fisher, a freshman All-American back in 2023 while at Florida. Transferred into Auburn this season. Gave up a couple base hits in the first, but worked out of trouble. All three outs recorded by center fielder Bristol Carter. Luis Hernandez will lead it off. The LSU catcher was 0 for 3 last night with a run scored. Batting .293, 5 homers and 15 runs batted in. He threw out Rembert on a strike him out, throw him out double play in the bottom of the first. Pitch to Hernandez. Fastball that missed outside at 85. Fisher is pitching out of the sunshine at the moment in the 1-0. Hernandez fouls it back, a ball and a strike. Second inning tonight brought to you by Southern Union. There's a new path to the Plains, and it runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently. All at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. 1-1 to Hernandez. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike.
The changeup has been by far Cade's best pitch. It's the pitch he got all 3 outs on in the first inning.
2-1. Popped up right side of the infield, McMurray. In foul ground. Close to the first base line, makes the catch. And that was another changeup.
These hitters are trying to get the timing on the fastball because Cade's not throwing it 95 or 91. He's in the upper 80s. And they're anxious to get their timing down on that. And so they're having to slow the swing down, and it's textbook taking the sting out of the swing that the coaches talk about so frequently. It's been that way on all 4 outs so far.
Stephen Milam, first pitch to it. Fastball that misses upstairs. LSU shortstop 0 for 4 last night. .328 the average. He's got some pop. 6 homers and 33 runs batted in. 1-0. Milam into left. Back is Terrell. He looks up, and it's gone. Home run by Milam, his 7th of the year. And LSU, for the first time this weekend, has the lead. It just crept over the War Eagle wall and left.
And that was a fastball.
Apparently he had it measured.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we miss it on TV for another game.
One nothing LSU on top on the homer to left by Milam. Here's Michael Braswell III. Strike on the inside corner. Braswell came in last night as a late inning replacement at shortstop. He gets the start today at third. 0-1. Strike call. 0-2 to Braswell, batting .237. No homers and 9 runs batted in. Stretch in the 0-2. Fouled back to the screen. .6'2", 201, senior from Mableton, Georgia, transferred from South Carolina, originally signed with Campbell. 0-2 pitch. Went outside, knocked the glove off the catcher, Freilich. 1-2 the count.
Well, Cade had been using the fastball as sort of a setup to the changeup. Milam jumped on a 1-0 fastball.
1-2 to Braswell, fouled up the third base line. Terrell on left, contending with some sunshine. Derek Fabian at short. Eric Guevara at third, and to a certain degree, depending on where snow is located, he's dealing with some sunshine that's peering in through the grandstand up the first base line. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Threw the fastball by him at 89. First strikeout tonight for Fisher and the Tigers. And the K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one.
Yeah, he ran it up there at 89, so a little more life on it and got it on the inner half of the plate. Probably still not as far in as he wanted it, but in enough that Braswell, who was reaching out over the plate a little bit, couldn't get the hands in.
2 down. Here's Chris Stanfield, former Tiger. Shows bunt, takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Chris went 1 for 2 last night. He was on base 3 times, a couple walks, scored twice, drove in a run. Batting .330 on the year, no homers and 19 runs batted in. Pitch on the way. Change up for a strike. Stanfield with 10 doubles on the season. Bats with 2 outs and nobody on. The 1-1. Drops low. 2 balls and a strike.
Stanfield and Chris Rembert are tied for 9th in the SEC. .480 on base percentage in league games.
2-1. Right down the middle for a strike.
Chris thinks he should have pulled the trigger on that one.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Two pitch. Here it is. It dropped low. Count goes full. Yellowwood scoreboard. It took 15 innings. Kentucky beat Texas today 5-4 to even the series in Lexington. Alabama evened its series at home against Mississippi State. Crimson Tide won 4-1. Now the 3-2 to Stanfield. Here it is. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Nice pitch by Fisher. He strikes out a couple in the inning. A run on the homer by Milam. We go to the bottom of the second. LSU 1, Auburn nothing. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
For 70 years, Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
McMurray, Terrell, and Guevara for Auburn in the bottom of the second. LSU on top 1-0. Yellowwood scoreboard. Get this.
Yeah.
Texas A&M scored 13 runs from the 6th inning on and beat South Carolina 15-12. And A&M has now won its 2nd consecutive series.
Well, and unloaded offensively now, and I think 4 games in a row.
They scored 8 runs in the bottom of the 9th today. 4 scores on the Yellowwood scoreboard as this inning goes along, including in the bottom of the 9th. Georgia leads Arkansas 7-6 over in Athens. Here's Cooper McMurray, 1 for 4 last night with a single and a run-scoring single. Wind the pitch. McMurray takes it off the outside corner for ball 1.
That's an Arkansas team that has just been scoring runs in bunches. You normally think of their pitching, but they've been scoring runs in bunches in league play.
1-0, 2-0 the count. Again, the outside or off the outside edge.
I saw today the top 4 run scorers in league games are all Arkansas players.
2 balls and no strikes to Cooper McMurray. Pitch on the way. Cooper swings through the slider. 2-1. Vanderbilt trails at Oklahoma 12-0. That game is in the bottom of the 6th at L. Dale Mitchell Park. Top of the 7th in Oxford. Ole Miss 8, Tennessee 5. High and away, 3 balls and a strike. Ole Miss trying to even that series. Florida sweeps Missouri, winning 5-0 today. I'm sorry, that was game 2 of that series. They're playing a doubleheader. 3-1. McMurray chops it foul. Right side. Count goes full. Ianson on the season, 67 strikeouts, which is second only to Cade Anderson. And 15 walks. 3 balls and 2 strikes to McMurray. Here's the pitch. McMurray high and deep to right, but curving a foul.
He didn't get the slider to the back foot. He threw him the slider, and Cooper was ready for the slider. And I wouldn't be surprised, even with that swing, I wouldn't be surprised if he got another one here.
Another 3-2. Here it is. High fly ball into right field. Pretty good distance. Pearson at the warning track makes the catch in left center. Brad, I'll be honest, when that left the bat, I thought that was just a routine fly ball to right.
You mentioned in batting practice today, and this is before sort of a steady breeze started blowing out, the ball is carrying to right field really well and has been really all afternoon.
Cooper didn't miss that one by much.
No.
1 out. Here's Bub Terrell. One of the heroes for Auburn on opening night last night against LSU. Went 3 for 4, scored twice, and made 3 spectacular plays in left field. Pitch to Terrell. Held up, took a slider for strike 1. Bub batting .318 on the season. 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. Wind in the pitch. That's outside. Ball and a strike to the Auburn left fielder. Ianson comes home. Swing and a miss. It's not he doesn't pitch from the stretch, but it is a tiny windup. It's a small step by that front foot, and then he comes home. 1-2. Terrell swings. The ball gets away from the catcher. Hernandez fields and throws and gets Terrell at first for the second out.
Same pitch, back-to-back slider that started out at about the knees and went down from there. And that must be hard to recognize from Ianson. Terrell looked like he thought both those pitches were fastballs.
Good job by Hernandez. That ball probably rolled 15 feet to his left, but he got to it, twirled, and threw to first to get Bub Terrell for the second out. 2 down. Here's Eric Guevara. Out of Panama City, Panama. First pitch, strike.
He is using all locations really well. Breaking balls that start high and then fall in, and then the slider that starts at the knees and falls.
That was the curveball that missed inside. A ball and a strike. Guevara 2 for 4 last night. RBI, run scored. 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn. Pitch on the way. Guevara just got a piece of that changeup.
Last year out at UC San Diego, 85 strikeouts in 82 innings. Teams hit 190 against him.
1-0 LSU leads. We're in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, nobody on for Auburn. And a 1-2 count to Guevara. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. Third strikeout of the day for Ianson. 3 up, 3 down for Auburn in the second. LSU leads the Tigers 1-0 as Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Wetumpka is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Wetumpka. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
With Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham from Plainsman Park on a gorgeous, cool evening for baseball. Tigers trail 1-0. LSU will send the 1, 2, and 3 hitters to the plate. Second time through the order against Cade Fisher. Worked out of trouble in the first, gave up a 1-out home run to Stephen Milam in the second, then came back to strike out the final 2 hitters in the inning. Ianson has been terrific for LSU in the first 2 innings. And the Fighting Tigers lead Auburn 1-0. Derek Curiel will lead it off. He led off the game with a single to center. Went to second on a single by Dickinson, but was stranded there. A run on 3 hits for LSU, no runs on a hit for Auburn. Fisher about to throw his 40th pitch, and Curiel takes a strike. Cade the wind and the 0-1. Curiel held up on a pitch that got through the legs of Freilich. They appealed to third. He did not go. A ball and a strike. Third inning brought to you by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember. They say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. Strike call. A ball and 2 strikes to Curiel. The high strike is there tonight, Brad.
Yeah, you're right. And Cade's location starting to settle in a little better than it was in the first inning.
Ball and 2 strikes to Curiel. The pitch. Just got a piece of the changeup going by. Folks still coming into the ballpark, too. Love it. 1-2. It dropped low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count.
Yeah, there's not a lot of open seats, but a whole lot of concourse traffic.
Right. 2-2 pitch to Curiel. Here it is. Fly ball, short right field. Second baseman is out and makes a fine running catch. Eric Snow going away from the infield.
Away from the infield and out towards center field a little bit. Not an easy play, looking over his left shoulder. Fine job to track that and run it down on a ball that jammed.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a nice pitch by Fisher to get it in on the hands of Curiel. Here's Jared Jones. Flied into center in the first. Pitch on the way. Foul ball off the facing of the Auburn dugout. This guy doesn't get cheated on his swing often, does he?
No, and his swings have looked like he goes up looking for a fastball from the start.
A lot of scouts in town for this weekend series. Watching them work. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sure they're looking at this guy at the plate. LSU pitching. Irish, I'm sure, on the radar screen of these scouts. There are a lot of them in town to watch this weekend series. 0-2 pitch to Jones. Got him swinging with a high fastball. He climbed the ladder. Third strikeout for Fisher. K-Canner presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one.
Best sequence of the game so far for Cade Fisher. Change up to get him started. He was early on that. And then a slider down. So he dropped his bat, the head of the bat a little bit, and then came back up with a high fastball. Really well pitched sequence by Cade.
2 outs and nobody on for LSU. Here's Daniel Dickinson. Wind to the pitch. He shows bunt. Takes it outside for ball 1. At Jane B. Moore Field. That's a final. LSU 10, Auburn 5. Third and final game, the rubber game of that series tomorrow. 1-0 delivery. Dickinson popped him up. Left side of the infield. Fabian underneath this one. 3 up, 3 down for Fisher against the top 3 of the order for LSU.
Fairly quickly, too. A good, efficient inning.
We go to the bottom of the third. LSU leads Auburn 1-0. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
He was the SEC Player of the Year. Sonny DeShare now joins us.
That 2021 year, I mean, so many close games. You know, if they win half of them, it's a different story. They're probably hosting a regional if they win half of those. And a lot of guys who were just kind of beat up and tired of what had happened. And so it was really good going into a locker room of guys who know what success is, because a bunch of them were on that 2019 Omaha team. They just know how to win. And so it was good to really get in there and work with them. I mean, like the Brody Moores and the Kason Howells and the Carson Skippers, those guys that had been there and been to Omaha and who were really mad about that 2021 year. It was good to kind of all of us get on the same page, because it didn't take long. We were all on the same page by week 2 or 3 of the fall. And from there, that's really where it grew out.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
We are in the bottom of the bottom third of the order for Auburn to face Anthony Ianson, who gave up a one-out single in the first. That was erased in a strike him out, throw him out double play. He breezed through the second. A couple strikeouts, and he will get Carter, Freilich, and Fabian for Auburn in the third. LSU on top 1-0. Ianson has been efficient in his first 2 innings of work. 3 strikeouts, only 25 pitches. Bristol 0 for 4 last night. First pitch to him. It misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. He's batting .265 on the year, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. And among Auburn's starters tonight, tops with 10 stolen bases. Ooh, that slider just missed low. 2-0.
He got a lot of swings and misses on that slider last inning, both from left and right-handed hitters.
Now the 2-0. Ball 3 low. Enormous crowd all over this ballpark tonight. In the stadium, 984 Club, the Broadway Club to our left, the back 40, K corner. Folks almost hanging from the rafters out on the War Eagle wall. There's a 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. 3 levels of the parking deck down the left side.
Yeah.
The Tiger Terrace is packed. 3-1. Bristol takes the strike on the inside corner. That's a really good pitch from Ianson, apparently.
Yeah, well put.
It's come back from 3-0. It's now 3-2. Here's the pitch. And Bristol takes strike 3.
Curveball.
Fooled him on a curveball. And that's 3 consecutive strikeouts now and 4 on the night for Anthony Ianson.
That's tough. This first time through.
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Yeah. He is really using all of his pitches and all parts of the zone. This is an impressive start from Ianson. Got Auburn's hitters a little bit off balance.
Here's Chase Freilich, the Auburn catcher. Pitch on the way. Curveball, strike. Chase went 2 for 3 last night. A run-scoring double got Auburn on the board. Auburn never trailed after that point. 0-1. Fly ball into left. Back is Curiel. He's at the warning track, reaches up and makes a spectacular catch. He took away extra bases off the bat of Chase Freilich.
He had to time the jump perfectly on a ball that was hit hard and tailing back toward him a little bit on the angled part of the War Eagle wall.
Wow, great catch.
Yeah.
2 down, here's Fabian. Pitch. Curveball for a strike. Well, that curveball has been lethal.
Well, and he started using it as a first pitch strike more than a couple of times.
0-1, fastball. Actually, slider inside, a ball and a strike. Fabian 1 for 4. The run scored last night for the Auburn shortstop. Average sits at .281, 4 homers and 28 runs batted in. Now the 1-1. Swing on a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Hernandez, a ball and 2 strikes.
He just hasn't had to use that straight fastball much at all this first time through the order.
His off-speed stuff has been spot on. 1-2 pitch to Fabian. Here it is. Missed down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count.
Down
bats with 2 outs and nobody on.
Sorry, Andy. Down and away with a breaking ball. Textbook setup for a fastball up and maybe a little in.
Braswell takes a couple more steps to the third base line. Here's the 2-2. Inside, ball 3.
It was the fastball, but it wasn't up. It was in.
This is the 4-3-2 count. First time through the order. 3-2. Fabian to the shortstop. Milam charges, fields, and throws. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Auburn. Ianson in the first 3 innings has faced the minimum. We go to the 4th. LSU 1, Auburn 0. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
I can't believe they're moving the team to another city.
True, but you'll never forget all the joy they brought into your life.
Joy? They made the playoffs twice in 50 years.
Gosh, those 2 times were pretty great, weren't they?
How would I know? I wasn't even born yet.
Just think of all the free time you'll have on game days.
Those games were the highlight of my week.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in most states or situations.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball against LSU.
A run on 3 hits for LSU through 3. No runs on a hit for Auburn. We go to the 4th. LSU leads Auburn 1-0. And to take you through the middle 3 innings, the pride of Piedmont, Alabama. And he has 2 nephews here today from Gadsden, Alabama. This is Bradford T. Law.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. Fry, Pearson, and Hernandez, the middle third of the order, due up for LSU. All 3 of them flied out the first time through against Cade Fisher. His next pitch will be his 51st of the game. LSU with 2 hits in the first inning, a solo homer in the second. And that solo homer, the only run of the game to this point. So Fisher ready to go to work against the right-handed hitting Fry, the DH, who takes a strike to start the inning. A changeup floated right through there, 0-1. Fry 0 for 5 on the weekend. Couple of strikeouts in last night's game. 0-1 is hit hard, but shallow center. On comes Bristol Carter. Makes an adjustment at the last moment to his left and makes the catch for the out. Another fly out to Carter in center.
The flight of the ball did not match the swing. He got it off the end of the bat, and Bristol was able to run that one down in right center. Good jump right off the bat by Bristol Carter.
So Fry has flown out to center twice. Here's Josh Pearson. He flied to center his first time. Batting just under .299 now for the year. 5 homers, 23 RBIs. An LSU team that overall this season is hitting .324. First pitch a little bit high to Pearson, 1-0. .324 overall. In league play, they're hitting .290. Pearson, the lefty that gets right up on top of the plate. 1-0 pitch hit him. The 11th time this year he has been hit. That was a changeup. And that is the 8th batter that Fisher has hit this season. A 1-out base runner for LSU. Stops a string of 6 in a row. Retired by Cade. So here's Luis Hernandez. Fouled out. Cooper McMurray. Tigers would like a ground ball here. Pitch to Hernandez. That's high, 1-0. Fisher trying to get through the 4th for the second time in league play. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A little in-between swing by Hernandez. Couldn't catch the fastball. Count even at a ball and a strike. Right-handed hitting catcher, Hernandez. 1-1 pitch. Inside, a little too far in with the fastball. Didn't miss by much. Crowd liked it. 2-1 the count. Chuck Pack, the home plate umpire, did not. 1-0 LSU. Wind is screaming out to right field. And the 2-1 pitch to Hernandez will have to wait. A little soft toss over to first. No tag applied. Pearson does not have a stolen base attempt this season. Fisher works off the left side of the rubber. Looks at first, looks home. Runner goes. Pitch. Missed inside. And Pearson steals second without a throw. His first stolen base of the year. Got a terrific jump. And now a hitter's count to Hernandez. Runner in scoring position with 1 out in the 4th. Pitch home. Fouled straight back. Hernandez hitting .269 with runners in scoring position. Count is full to the LSU catcher. Fisher comes set at the belt. Checks second, looks home, comes home. Called strike 3. Fastball on the inside corner.
Busted him on the inside corner with the fastball.
4th strikeout for Cade Fisher.
That was a nice job to come back from 3-1 after giving up the stolen base.
He thought he had strike 2 to even up the count on a fastball on that inside corner. Didn't lose confidence in the pitch. Came back to it for strike 3. Now with 2 outs, here's Stephen Milam, the shortstop. Pitch number 61 from Fisher. Hit him on the foot. And Milam takes off for first. It kind of lost Pearson there. He was halfway to third base. But the second hit batter of the inning, they're at first and second with 2 outs. Now Michael Braswell, the hitter, 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Texas A&M scored 8 times in the bottom of the 9th to beat South Carolina 15-12. Aggies win that series. Alabama over Mississippi State 4-1 to even that series. 15 innings, Kentucky 5, Texas 4.
Braswell takes ball 1 low.
Oklahoma blanked Vanderbilt 14-0. Florida in the first game of a doubleheader over Missouri 5-0. Those are all the finals in SEC baseball today.
Fisher delivers. The 1-0 is a called strike. Braswell didn't think so. He thought it was high or outside or both. Count even at 1-1. Braswell hitting .233 with 2 outs this year. Fisher's 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes. And here comes the crowd to try to get behind Fisher and get him out of a critical moment. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on base. This could be a big point in this outing for Fisher. Junior left-hander. Fires and misses high with a fastball. A little extra on that one at 89. 2-2 to Braswell. Braswell 7 for 24 in SEC action. 2-2 pitch. Change up that is fouled past third on the ground.
Georgia evened its series with Arkansas tonight, winning 7-6. Bottom of the 8th, Ole Miss 8, Tennessee 5. Tennessee won the first game last night.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 4th inning. Fisher checks second twice, now delivers.
Oh!
And just missed inside with a fastball.
Braswell jumped out of the way of that one. I don't think it was that far inside.
Count is full, 3-2. I think Fisher agrees with you. All 7 of Braswell's hits in the league have been singles. He's got 2 on ahead of him here with 2 outs. They'll get a payoff pitch. Down and in. He walked him. I think he thought he had strike 3 and then lost Braswell, the number 8 hitter. First walk issued by Fisher, but the bases are loaded without a hit. 2 hit batters and a walk in the inning, and the number 9 hitter, Chris Stanfield, a chance to come in and do some damage here in the top of the 4th. Auburn's infield gets together to talk with Fisher, and Everett Tiefert is out of the Auburn dugout to go talk to his pitcher as well. Auburn's bullpen is populated.
And I think we're going to see someone now start to warm up. Just who that is at this moment, not sure.
68 pitches for Fisher through 3 2/3. You'd love to make it a clean end of the inning, if possible.
John Armstrong will be the first one to start to throw for the Tigers.
4 innings against Kentucky, 4 innings against Georgia. A total of 1 earned run over those 8 combined innings on just 3 hits over those 8 combined innings. Today, 1 run on 3 hits. He threw 68 pitches a week ago against Alabama, threw a season-high 75 2 weeks ago against Georgia, and he's at 68 right now. Meeting on the mound is over.
He's hit 2 batters and walked another. They are the 3 on base right now. And the former Auburn Tiger, Chris Stanfield, tries to make Auburn pay right here.
It's a big point in this game. You could take a little momentum away if you could keep LSU off the scoreboard. LSU with a base hit could score a couple. And the first pitch to Stanfield is outside, ball 1. This would complete the second time through the order for the junior left-hander. Right-hander throwing for the Tigers now, beginning in the bullpen. A 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. Good swing.
Yeah, that's Armstrong in the pen for the Tigers. As Fisher tries to work out of a jam here in the top half of the 4th. Bases loaded and 2 outs.
Armstrong has been that sort of jam specialist throughout his career. Here is the 1-1 to Stanfield. Down and in. 2 balls and a strike. Pearson is at third, Milam at second, Braswell at first. 1-0 LSU, top of the 4th. 2-1 delivery. Inside, it's 3-1. To this point, the only LSU run on a solo homer, but the guys in purple and gray are threatening here in the 4th. 3-1 pitch to Stanfield. On the way. Popped up, right side. It'll drift out of play into a throng of people over on the concourse. And the count's full. Now you talk about a big pitch. If it's in the right spot, you get out of the inning. If it's in a wrong spot, LSU gets at least a run. And here comes the crowd. Payoff pitch to Stanfield. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cade Fisher reaches back and throws the perfect pitch and strands the bases loaded. Stanfield down on strikes for a second time. LSU leaves them loaded in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 left. To the bottom of the 4th we go, still 1-0 LSU. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn family, join us in welcoming head coach Larry Vickers to the Plains as he leads your Tigers into a new era of Auburn women's basketball. This past season alone, Vickers led his team to a perfect conference record and a program record of 30 wins en route to their 3rd straight conference title. As head coach, Larry Vickers brings championship pedigree to the Plains. You'll want to lock in your season tickets early for this new era of Auburn women's basketball. Head to aubtix.com. We'll see you in Neville Arena and War Eagle.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark. and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, Auburn trails 1-0. We'll see if the second time through against Anthony Ianson, the Tigers can get some things figured out. He was very good the first time. Gave up a bouncing ball single up the middle to Chris Rembert, who was then erased on a strike him out, throw him out double play. So Ianson's faced the minimum through 3 innings. We'll see if anything changes the second time through.
If Auburn can come back in this ballgame, we may look back on that strikeout to Stanfield in the top half of this inning with the bases loaded by Fisher is one of the turning points of this ballgame.
No matter what, that's the epitome of battling. Pitch, strike to Snow. Threw him an off-speed pitch in there for strike one. That's been the MO. The last couple of innings from Ianson start with an off-speed pitch to get ahead. 0-1 to Snow. Fastball lined into left center field. That is down. Eric Snow has Auburn's second hit of the ballgame. Big turn at first. He's going to try for 2. Throw comes in. The tag, he is safe. Safe at second. 10th double of the season for Eric Snow. LSU will challenge. Snow made up his mind before he ever got to first that he was going to try for 2.
LSU is challenging the call at second base. The
ball was ripped into the gap in left center. Nice job to cut it off and a good throw in. But according to the original call, the 10th double of the year for Snow.
Yep. Again, there was never any doubt. He was hustling all the way, and a really good throw in from Stanfield. And a quick tag applied by Milam at second. Replay reviews are presented by Jackson Services. It's time to review your home's heating and cooling system. Choose Jackson Services. That's comfort you can count on. From quick repairs to energy-saving upgrades, Jackson Services keeps Alabama homes running smoothly year-round. Visit jacksonservicesco.com. Jackson Services, an official carrier-authorized dealer. Have not seen a replay yet. They're taking a look at it in Birmingham. They're showing the replay on the video board here at Plainsman Park.
I think the only question is, did he come off the bag? I think he was initially safe, Brad.
Here's
After
the call.
review, the runner is safe at second base.
Right.
That's a good strike to things.
LSU is charged with challenge and has 1 remaining.
Good strike to things in the forward.
Sure is. Great hustle.
Sure was.
For Eric Snow.
Aggressively done by Eric, and a nice job by Stanfield to get over into right or left center to get the ball back in.
Yeah, his hustle to get to it and his throw made that much closer than you would have thought. So, man in scoring position, tying run out there at second, 4th inning, and Chris Rembert, who has a single to his credit already tonight. He takes a breaking ball low for ball 1. Second hit of the night for the Tigers. First extra base hit. Auburn had 4 extra base hits in last night's game. 1-0 pitch to Rembert. Fastball, strike, 1-1. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. One pitch to Rembert. Catches that inside corner. Another fastball. And Ianson's ahead in the count. A ball and 2 strikes.
Well, imperative for Rembert at least to hit to the right side, get that runner to third right here.
1-2. Grounded foul at the plate. Chris stays alive. Irish picks up the ball in foul territory, tosses it away. Base hit would tie it up. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Catcher sets up inside, 1-2 pitch.
Ooh.
Missed inside. Not by much. And it's 2-2.
Elevation was fine.
Yep. That inside corner to righties hadn't been there the last inning or so. Snow gets his lead from second. 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Good pitch. So Ianson strikes out Rembert, and there's one down for Irish. Ike struck out his first time.
One of the few times, first time through the order, that Auburn came up empty on the fastball.
Yeah. 5 strikeouts now for the LSU starter. There's one away in the fourth. Pitch to Irish. Fastball, outside, ball 1. Started him with a curveball last time. Ike may have been looking for that this time up. Instead, Ianson missed with a fastball away. 1-0 pitch to the Auburn right fielder. On the way. Called a strike, and it's 1-1. Catcher brought it up into the zone, and it's 1-1. It's not a full shift. The shortstop, Milam, is still to the left of second base, but there's a big hole on the left side of the infield. 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air toward left. Back goes the left fielder. It's over his head. He misread the ball. It's a base hit for Irish. Snow rounds third. He scores. Throw comes into second. Nobody is on the bag for LSU. RBI double for Irish. And we're tied at 1. 7th double of the season for Irish. His second extra base hit of the series. That ball was scorched to left, and Curiel read it very different.
Yeah,
he stepped in at first.
He made a great catch on Freilich's ball to left back in the third, but he had one misstep. He came in, and it was over for him at that point on that ball by Irish.
An opposite field double. And now we're tied up. 1-1. Pitch to McMurray. Swing and a drive. Right center field. In right, it's dropped. Right fielder can't get it. Irish on his way to third. He's coming home. Irish scores on the play. Cooper McMurray gives Auburn the lead. It's 2-1.
Brad, I think there was a little miscommunication between Pearson in right and Stanfield in center.
I think so too. That ball also was deceptive off the bat. It exploded off the bat and then looked like it lost all carry. It's the 9th double of the season for McMurray.
And Auburn's third this inning.
Yeah, Pearson got a glove on it, but it looked like he was going to get there for most of the trip. And now the LSU pitching coach comes out to talk it over with Ianson, who the second time through the order, he was magical against Auburn the first time through.
So, is it he's lost something? I don't think. I think it's the adjustment that Auburn made.
I do too, Andy. And that's been a strength of the team. And here, this second time through, 3 extra base hits. Snow with a hustle double. Irish, an opposite field ball blasted off the War Eagle wall. And then McMurray pulled it to right center. And Auburn leads 2-1. And here is Bub Terrell. He can make you pay if you make a mistake on a first pitch or any other pitch. 3 hits last night. First pitch, breaking ball, grounded foul off his foot.
I think Auburn is more ready for the breaking ball this second time through the order.
I think you're exactly right. They're more dialed in, especially early in counts.
They took a lot of that curveball early for strikes first time through the order.
0-1 the count to Terrell, a strikeout victim in the second. Got him with that slider for strike 2 and strike 3. Hyanson's 0-1. Fastball low. A ball and a strike to Bub. 3 hits last night, scored a couple of runs. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, tapped, right side. Tough play, second baseman gloves and shovels to first in time for the out. A fine play by Dickinson. He didn't have time to transfer to his hand to throw, so he just shoveled it forward with the glove, and the play was made at first. I thought that might be trouble once it got past Ianson.
But a fine play by Dickinson to stick with the ball and then flip with the glove to get Bub by a step at first. McMurray does go to third on the play.
He's there for Eric Guevara with 2 outs. Eric 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch. Fastball right through there, 0-1. Terrific job by the Tigers to get some momentum from the bases loaded strikeout from Cade Fisher in the top of the inning, put a 0 on the board, and then come out and snatch the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Guevara. Fastball again, strike 2. He's taken 2 of them.
2 fastballs down the middle, and now he's at the mercy of Ianson.
Guevara 2 homers, 9 RBIs on the season. McMurray at third, 0-2 pitch, missed outside, came right back with another fastball, but didn't get the outside corner. Would he throw another one here? I'd be a little surprised. The stretch, and Ianson deals and misses inside with another fastball, 2-2. He's gone away and he's gone in, and he couldn't get it with either one of those. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in for Auburn.
Outfield shifts to the pull side now.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul away. Threw him another. It's 5 straight fastballs to Guevara in this at bat.
And you wonder when and maybe if does he get the breaking ball here.
This is pitch number 60 for Ianson.
39 coming into this inning.
2-2. Swing and a fly ball into center field. Stanfield goes back now, straightens up, slows up a step on the warning track, and makes the catch. And Guevara flies out for the 3rd out of the inning. But Auburn, 3 doubles in the inning. 2 runs on those 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. Auburn leads for the first time as we go to the 5th here at Plainsman Park. 2-1 Auburn in front, and Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
This is Auburn baseball. Back to more of the Tigers and LSU.
Two to 1 Auburn in front as we go to the 5th. Top of the order, Carriel, Jones, and Dickinson, and we'll see just how far Cade Fisher can go. 74 pitches.
Well, this is uncharted territory for Cade this season.
That's what I was going to say. If he records 1 out, it'll be his longest outing of the season to this point.
As he gets to work in the 5th, John Armstrong working in the Auburn pen.
Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders proud to provide first aid care at Plainsman Park and at every Auburn Athletics home event. Carriel stands in. First pitch to him. Fly to left center. Terrell going back. Now slows up, stops, reaches up, makes a catch. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 5th.
And that's an Auburn High outing now.
Yep.
For Cade Fisher.
4 1/3 for the junior lefty. What a good time for it. Now here's big Jared Jones. Does some landscaping in the right-handed batter's box and outside of it. Now he stands in and ready with 11 on the pitch clock. Jones 0 for 2. He's flied to center and struck out. He takes ball 1 outside. Wonderful time at A-Day earlier today. Got to see the Tigers practice and a big crowd for the A-Day practice. 1-0 pitch. Off speed.
Oh, where was that?
Must have been a little low, I guess. 2-0.
I never did see an announced crowd for A-Day today. It was a dandy.
Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes to Jones. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Off speed. Jones, number 4 in the league with 50 RBIs, number 2 in the league with 54 hits coming in. He is 1 for 4 on the weekend with 3 strikeouts. 2-1 pitch to him. Fouled off to the right. And it's 2-2. LSU with a solo homer from Stephen Milam in the second. That's how they got their run. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball away. Put away Jones. Cade Fisher, strikeout number 6. K-counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. 2 in a row set down here in the 5th, and now Daniel Dickinson. Dickinson is 1 for 2, a single in the first, and a pop to short. The blue grill smoke creeps across the left field line. Pitch, strike 1.
That's an Auburn high, Auburn University high. 6 strikeouts tonight for Cade. 10 previously, the high for him.
0-1, bunted. Florida. Back to the pitcher, Fisher. Bobbles, throws low and away. And that could have been a lot worse. It didn't get far enough away that allowed Dickinson to go to second. Just a bunt that was bunted too hard. Fisher.
Should have been an easy out.
Yeah, should have been. He bobbled it, couldn't pick it up. And when he finally did, he rushed the throw through low and away. So an error for Fisher. And now Cade will have to put that behind him and try and get Ethan Fry, who has flied to center twice.
Fortunate for Auburn that it did not allow Dickinson to get to second base on the play.
Absolutely. Pitch to Fry. High pop on the infield. Who's calling for it? Snow? Yeah, and he makes the catch. And look at this dugout celebrate Cade Fisher coming off the mound. 5 innings of work for Fisher. A season high. No runs for LSU, no hits. 1 Auburn error and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Auburn 2, LSU 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Hey guys, it's Auburn baseball season again, and if you want to hit your next big event out of the park, then get Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn to help with all of your catering needs. From team parties to tailgating or any big event you may have, Baumhauer's always hits a home run by making sure all of your logistics are covered, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the big game. And if you need a place to host your party, come try Baumhauer's new covered patio. Give us a call to book your big event today. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, 2353 Bent Creek Road in Auburn. War Eagles. This is Coach Butch Thompson. Back to more baseball on the Auburn Sports Network.
We head to the bottom of the 5th, bottom third of the order, due up for Auburn. Tigers leading LSU 2-1. With Andy Burcham, I'm Brad Law from a jam-packed Plainsman Park on a gorgeous night on the Plains. Quinn Brakeen in our Skyview studios. If you missed our A-Day broadcast earlier today, 60 minutes of interviews and analysis of kind of the makeup of the team, what to expect in 2025. And anticipation always builds for football. We're 139 days away from the first game. Bristol Carter takes a ball outside to start the fifth inning, 1-0. So we had the thoughts of Jason Campbell and Ronnie Brown. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball. That missed low, 2-0. That's available if you follow AU Sports Network on social media. That link is available for the archive of that A-Day broadcast from earlier today. There's a breaking ball that is also low. And he started 3-0 to Bristol Carter. Ianson, big difference the last two innings. In the first three, his ability to land that breaking ball for a strike. Now the 3-0 to Carter. High, ball 4. And the leadoff man is on for the Tigers to start the fifth. The speedy Bristol Carter jogs down to first base. 64 pitches for Ianson. And Chase Freilich comes to the plate. Freilich with a really good swing in his first at-bat. He sent Curiel all the way to the wall. LSU left fielder made a fantastic jumping catch up against the wall to rob Freilich of extra bases. Back in the third inning. Pitch to Chase here on the inside corner for a strike. Fastball under the hands. It's 0-1. Freilich with 29 RBIs on the season after his 2 last night. Had a 2-run double to get Auburn scoring started. Chase takes one low, bounced on top of the plate, blocked well by Hernandez. Keeps Carter at first. Bristol with 10 stolen bases. He's 10 for 12 on the season. 4 for 4 in SEC games on the base paths. Outfield plays Freilich deep. Throw to first, no tag applied. Carter back standing. Auburn 2, LSU 1. Tigers have out-hit the visitors 4-3. We are in the bottom of the fifth. Stretched by Ianson. 1-1 pitch to Freilich. There goes Carter. Pitches outside. Throw down to second is late. And Bristol Carter has his 11th stolen base of the season. See if he's okay.
He almost dove on top of the bag. Got a really good jump. And Hernandez still made it close.
Yeah. Pitch was outside. It was ball 2. Now runner in scoring position with nobody out and a 2-1 count to Freilich. Ianson looks to second, comes home quickly. The pitch swung on and missed. Slider low. Freilich went after it. He does not mind going after a pitch low. In fact, his 2-run double last night was on one around ankle high. Couldn't get to that one. It's 2-2. Derek Fabian waits on deck for Auburn. Bottom of the fifth, 2-1. Tigers trying to add to their lead. Pitch fouled back. Went down to get that one. 2-2 still. Freilich steady, consistent, regardless of the opponent. Waits back. Left-handed hitter. Carter dancing around at second. Pitch clock down to 6. 2-2. Fastball low to Freilich. 3-2. I wonder how much Carter dancing around at second is affecting Ianson. We looked back at him a long time there.
He paid a lot of attention to Bristol and that dance at second base.
A 3-2 pitch due the Auburn catcher. Here it is. Breaking ball, pulled foul past first. Hit it well, but was just a little bit early.
On the scoreboard, the Auburn players are sporting Masters jackets this weekend. At the Masters, Rory McIlroy a 2-stroke lead heading into the 4th and final round over Bryson DeChambeau.
He gave away Masters-themed golf towels here yesterday. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit out toward left. Over to get it is Carriel, and back to second goes Carter. Fairlick with a good idea, tried to go the other way with it, but it was hit at the left fielder for the first out. They had tumblers today. They call it a party at Plainsman all weekend long.
Huh.
Yeah. Here is Derek Fabian.
Corey Connors is 4 off the lead. Patrick Reed is 6 back.
Fabian grounded to short his first time. Carter at second, 1 out here in the 5th. Pitch to Fabian. Fastball popped up right side, drifting out of play. Even during warm-ups for the other team, they play that soft piano melody like you'll hear. It's an immersive weekend experience here at Auburn baseball in conjunction with the Masters.
Lots of patrons in the stands tonight.
Yes, that's right. Not fans.
Nope, patrons.
Patrons.
They'll get tossed from Augusta National if you call them fans.
Just this weekend, Plainsman Park ought to sell pimento cheese sandwiches for $1.50.
There you go.
0-1. Missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can spend $77 at the Masters and buy everything on the concession board.
Yeah.
All of it.
Or you could spend $77 and buy half a shirt.
Right. Good point.
A ball and a strike to count. With Carter at second, Auburn leading 2-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, and he took it. Nice take by Fabian there, 2-1. And I mentioned this earlier. Ianson has not landed that breaking ball for a called strike as much the last 2 innings as he did in the first 3. 2-1 Tigers on top. Auburn Tigers on top. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball, left center. He got under it. Over is Carriel. Makes the catch. Carter bluffs a tag and goes back to second. So a couple of fly ball outs after the leadoff walk and stolen base. And if Auburn wants to add to its lead, it'll take a 2-out hit from Eric Snow.
Nice job by Carriel to get in position to make the throw to third. I think Bristol thought about it and thought better of it because that was a one-hopper in from Carriel to Braswell covering third.
Snow with a leadoff double, a hustle double last inning. Time called, and the LSU catcher walks slowly out to the mound. 76 pitches now for Ianson. What was he at before last inning?
He was at 39 pitches through 3.
So the Tigers have put almost as many into him in the last inning and 2/3 as he used in the first 3. You know, we were watching Cade Fisher at the end of that last half inning. He just went over and sat in the dugout as he would. Everett Tiefert came over and talked to him, but he didn't look like a guy whose night was finished.
Well, we don't see anyone warming up in the Auburn pen right now.
He looked really comfortable in the 5th.
Agreed.
Even after the error, he came back to get that last out. Looked poised doing it. All right, here is Snow. First pitch to Eric. Curveball, called strike. Inside edge, 0-1. Probably a good idea not to start him with a fastball from LSU's perspective. Oh, 1 pitch. Miss low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 5th inning is presented by Wind Creek Casinos. Elevate your game plan to fabulous. Play the hottest games, win fabulous rewards at Wind Creek Casinos and on the Casinoverse app. Ianson delivers. Curve ball hit in the air to center. Stanfield is back, still going. Warning track, wall, gone! Eric Snow's 5th home run of the season. A 2-run blast to straightaway center, and Auburn leads 4-1. Boy, that ball was hammered.
Eric is halfway to the cycle.
The first home run Ianson has allowed since his first start of the year on February 15th. And here's Chris Rembert.
Oh, the free base to open the inning.
Yep. First pitch, check swing, didn't go. Pitch was outside, 1-0 to Rembert. 2 runs in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. .404 feet. Rembert with a quick swing and a foul off to the left. It's 1-1. Watching Stanfield, his first step back was sort of the normal step, and then he was sprinting back toward the wall. Ran out of real estate. 1-1, swung on and missed. Now a ball and 2 strikes to Rembert. A single and a strikeout for Chris. Pitch. Ground ball, left side, through, base hit. Rembert with another hit, his 4th hit in the series. 2nd hit tonight.
Through 3 innings, Auburn had 1 base runner.
Yeah.
1. And he faced the minimum through 3. Since then, 5 base hits and 4 runs for the Tigers.
Yep. Just a wonderful job of adjusting. Now here's Irish, an RBI double.
Angels in the outfield in the Auburn dugout right now.
Yeah. First pitch to Irish, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And it's a chicken and egg scenario, too. He's not getting ahead as much anymore. Auburn's getting more advantageous counts. 1-0. Breaking ball missed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Irish, a strikeout victim in the first. An RBI double and a run scored last inning. Auburn 4, LSU 1. Ianson's 85th pitch of the game. Swung on and missed. 2-0. Slider down and in. About a 3/4 swing there for Mike. 2-1. Snow, Irish, and McMurray all doubled in the 4th. Bring in a couple of runs. 2-1 to Ike. Popped up and back. Off the net. Fastball at 91. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Carriel is playing on the warning track and left. Stanfield is deep in center. And Pearson a step in from being deep and right.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rembert, the runner at first. And the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball right side on a slider. Glove by Ianson. Throw to first. In time to get Irish by half a step. And the inning is over. But Auburn adds 2 runs on Eric Snow's 2-out blast to center field. Straightaway center, a 404-footer. 2 runs on on 2 hits in the inning. No errors and a man left on base. We head to the 6th. Auburn 4, LSU 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Auburn leads LSU 4-1, and Cade Fisher is back out there on the mound getting ready to start the sixth, a season high, and therefore an Auburn high for Cade. Innings pitched, strikeouts, and pitches thrown. He's at 83 pitches as he gets set to go to work in the sixth. They'll face Pearson, Hernandez, and Milam, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for LSU here in the sixth.
Full moon about to emerge from the pines out and left.
And this huge crowd, very likely a record-setting crowd, milling about.
I'm going to let you in on something. It is a record crowd. We'll get the final numbers in a bit.
Okay.
But it's another record tonight.
Pearson hangs out over the plate. First pitch to him, hits him. Second time tonight he's been hit, and 12th time this season. And the leadoff hitter is aboard.
And John Armstrong warming.
Their last hit was in the second inning. It was the home run by Milam. Since then, 3 hit batters, a walk, and an error.
And since then, Fisher has been able to work around those free bases.
Yeah, he left the bases loaded in the 4th, worked around a 2-out error in the 5th, and here's Everett Tiefert. So after 1 pitch in the inning.
Well, Everett almost sprinted to the mound there. I don't know if that means he's going to the pen. Armstrong was warming up. Well, he's been warming up since the 4th. And Auburn will make a Ford F-150 call to the bullpen.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunization. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Standing ovation for Cade Fisher as he exits the playing surface at Plainsman Park. And with that, Auburn goes to senior right-hander John Armstrong. 6 foot, 220 pounds, a senior out of Marietta, Georgia, Harrison High School. 1-1 on the season. Armstrong a 6.10 ERA. This will be his 10th relief appearance. 10 1/3 innings, 9 runs, 7 earned on 17 hits. 14 strikeouts, only 2 walks. He's given up a homer, and opponents are hitting .354 against John Armstrong. In the SEC, 0-1 the record, and an ERA of 16.88. This would be his 4th relief appearance, 2 2/3 innings, 7 runs, 5 earned on 12 hits, 6 strikeouts, hasn't walked a batter, but he's given up a homer, and opponents are hitting a robust .600 against John Armstrong. Armstrong threw 1 inning at Georgia Tech. He came in the 4th after a leadoff walk. Had a walk of his own, but set down 3 batters, and that was the only inning that he pitched in that come-from-behind win for the Tigers. And he inherits a runner on base here in the 6th. Cade Fisher, his best start in an Auburn uniform tonight. 5+ innings, a run on 3 hits, a walk, 6 strikeouts. That's an Auburn high as well. He hit 3 batters and walked 1. And he gives way after 5+ innings to John Armstrong, with the Tigers leading LSU 4-1, a runner at first and no one out in the top of the 6th.
Just 1 walk from Fisher. That's great to see. The 3 hit batters really the mark on the account. Otherwise, 1 walk and 3 hits, and just did a wonderful job. Worked out of trouble in the 1st, got out of a bases loaded situation in the 4th. Auburn then put up 2 runs to grab a lead in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers with 2 more in the bottom of the 5th. now here in the 6th. John Armstrong, this will be his 4th career appearance against LSU. 2 years ago, an inning in the middle game of the series that Auburn won. He gave up a hit, a walk, and no strikeouts. Last year, he faced him twice. First pitch, strike down the middle. 0-1. First appearance against LSU last year, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits in an inning. Came back and earned the win in the finale of the series in Baton Rouge. Gave up a hit in an inning, but no runs. Missed outside to Hernandez. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Significant uptick in the velocity of the fastball, Armstrong. Yeah. Not only for John this year, but from Fisher to Armstrong.
Yeah, you go from a more of a control location lefty to a guy with a little more speed. Bouncing ball to short, to second for 1, to first, double play, 6, 4, 3. Thank you very much. When John is on, he's getting a lot of ground balls.
That's exactly right. He's got a natural sink, even on his fastball. And that ball was hit on 2 hops. Fabian to Snow to McMurray.
And that erases the base runner. Nobody on, 2 outs for Stephen Milam. He homered in the 2nd, was hit by a pitch in the 4th.
And will turn around and bat left-handed against the righty Armstrong.
Milam out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Pitch outside, 1-0.
Home of the Aggies of New Mexico State.
Correct. Milam's average up to 333, and he yanks one foul up on the just below the windows of the 984 club.
A lot of folks sitting in those chair back seats out there in front of the 984 club.
That got on them in a hurry.
Hope everyone's all right.
1-1 the count to Milam. Number 7 hitter, shortstop. Pitch. Fastball fouled up the third base line. He was a little late on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. That full moon rising now above the trees off in the distance. Armstrong needs another strike to put the inning away. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit out to short. Fabian to his right. Gloves, throws. Got him! Fabian had to go a long way to get it. And LSU is challenging. They'll call the Auburn players back onto the field. We'll get the official call.
LSU is challenging the out call at first base. Players' play is under review.
Bang, bang play. Terrific play by Fabian. Coming in, circling that ball, throwing across his body, and a nice job by McMurray to dig that one out. But it was immediately an immediate review.
Yeah. Replay reviews presented by Jackson Services.
Time to review your home's heating and cooling system. Choose Jackson Services. Comfort you can count on. From quick repairs to energy-saving upgrades, Jackson Services keeps Alabama homes running smoothly year-round. Visit JacksonServicesCo.com. Jackson Services, official carrier, authorized dealer.
Auburn's players have seen enough. They started walking back toward the dugout.
Here's the call.
After review, the runner is out. LSU is charged with challenge.
They're done.
They are now out of challenge.
Yes, they are.
For the remainder of the game.
How about that? John Armstrong gets a double play ball and another ground out. A fine play by Fabian to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left for LSU. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Auburn leads 4-1 at Plainsman Park. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Don't stop planning for your future. Don't stop investing in your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
This is Coach Butch Thompson. Back to more baseball on the Auburn Sports Network.
As Auburn comes to the plate in the sixth, LSU makes a Pepper Tree pitching change for a new level of taste. Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection, finest cuts of beet, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery and online, steaksandwine.com. Steaks, the letter N, wine.com. At LSU to the pen to number 55, Connor Ware. 6'4", left-handed, 221-pound junior, a transfer from Pearl River Community College. Originally out of Madison, Mississippi, and Germantown High School. Ware 4-0 on the year, a 5.17 ERA. This will be his 10th appearance, his 6th in relief, 15 2/3 innings. 8 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned on 19 strikeouts, 9 walks, a homer, and opponents hitting only 143 against lefty Connor Ware. In SEC play, Ware 3-0 with an ERA of 3, making his 5th relief appearance on the night. Anthony Ianson, 5 innings, 4 runs, all earned on 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, a walk. Threw 90 pitches, 58 for strikes. He threw 39 pitches in the first 3 innings. He threw 90 pitches on the night. Auburn got 50 pitches out of Ianson the second time through the order in the 4th and the 5th.
And look, Auburn is all about family, but they want to try to greet Bryson Ware's brother here rudely as he makes his Plainsman Park debut. And the first pitch misses outside to Cooper McMurray. 1 ball, no strikes.
I can remember him coming to the games to watch his brother, and there is a striking resemblance.
1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. Good cut at a fastball on the inside edge. 1-1 the count. Yeah, both Bryson and Connor have that strong jawline, and absolutely, you can tell they're related. They play McMurray in the shift. Third baseman Braswell near the line at third, so shortstop is wide open as the pitch misses low, 2-1. We saw McMurray go that way with an RBI single towards short in last night's game. 4-1, Auburn leads. Bottom of the 6th. 2-1 delivery from Ware. Fly ball left field. Curiel back, comes in a couple steps, over to his right, makes the catch. McMurray got under it. 1 down in the 6th. This is Ware's 5th appearance in SEC play. He's given up a run, has not given up a hit yet in SEC action. He's given up 3 walks. And he's hit 2 batters, and he's thrown 2 wild pitches.
He's been better in the SEC than he has been overall in the season.
Here's Bub Terrell. Bub takes ball 1. It was bounced up there, foot in front of the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Terrell looking for his first hit in the game. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to second. Auburn with 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th to build a 4-1 lead. Ware rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball there. Terrell out in front and over the top. A ball and a strike. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so that you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. 1-1 pitch. Strike right through there, 1-2. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Tigers. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. 1-2. Terrell takes strike 3. A breaking ball straight over the top. Nice pitch from Connor Ware. He strikes out Terrell, 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th.
He had Bub off balance on every strike in that at bat.
Now here's the right-handed hitting Eric Guevara. Guevara 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. Swings to the first pitch, fouls it off to the right, out of play. Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. 0-1 pitch. Taken up and in. 1-1 to the Auburn third baseman. Good to get his power back in the lineup. Strong arm at third base, too. 1-1 pitch. Late swing. He fouled it off the end of the bat.
Only one other game in progress. The second game of that doubleheader down in Gainesville. Florida won the first game against Missouri 5-0. Mizzou has jumped out on top of the third, 1-0. Missouri is still looking for its first conference win this season.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just missed. Maybe a little low and away. 2-2. Not a bad pitch.
Rest all finals tonight. Kentucky evens the series with Texas, wins 5-4 in 15 innings.
Ware with 7 on the pitch clock. Takes a deep breath. And the 2-2 to Guevara. Low, 3-2. Lefties hitting 115. Right-handers 167 against Connor Ware.
Alabama over Mississippi State 4-1. That series is even at a game apiece. A&M has won the first 2 games at home against Carolina. They win today 15-12, scored 8 runs in the bottom of the 9th to win that ball game.
Here's the payoff pitch to Guevara. Breaking ball, he just did get a piece of it. Fouled it off.
Georgia evened its series with Arkansas. 7-6, the Bulldogs won in Athens. Oklahoma evened its series with Vanderbilt, winning 14-0 today. Actually, Oklahoma's taken the first 2 games of that series.
And scored a bunch to do it.
Ole Miss evens its series with Tennessee, winning today 8-5.
Another payoff pitch to Guevara. Eric takes it low, ball 4. Fastball, good at bat. 2-out walk. And now Bristol Carter to the plate. He walked to lead off the 5th, stole a base, came around to score on Snow's homer. Tigers trying to stack some 2-out at bats in the bottom half of the order against the 6th pitcher that they are seeing from LSU this weekend.
Georgia evened the series with Auburn softball, winning tonight 10-5, and Auburn won on A-Day over at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
First pitch to Carter, shows bunt and bunts it.
Beauty.
Right side, Ware fields and underhand flips to first, and they get Carter on a bang-bang play.
Thought that was going to get past Ware, but he did a nice job, did Connor, to get to that one and make the flip.
No runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, and 1 runner left for the Tigers. We are through 6. Auburn trying to win the series. Tigers lead LSU 4-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Check out the Talking Tigers podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. The Talking Tigers podcast is a series of one-on-one interviews hosted by the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Each week, Andy is joined by a featured guest with Auburn ties from athletics, entertainment, and other walks of life. Past legends and present trailblazers, insightful and entertaining. It's the Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts today.
Don't stop planning for your future. Don't stop investing in your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Auburn 4, LSU 1 on a history-making night at Plainsman Park. LSU in the 7th against John Armstrong. 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Braswell, Stanfield, and Carriel. And here to take you home on a gorgeous full moon Saturday night on the Plains. Once again, the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
For the first time in Auburn home baseball history, a crowd in excess of 7,200. 7,231 tonight. And on consecutive nights, Auburn breaks the attendance record at Plainsman Park. Michael Braswell will lead off the 7th. 0 for 1 on the night with a walk and a strikeout. He faces John Armstrong for the first time tonight, who stretches and pitches, and Braswell takes it outside for ball 1 after a leadoff hit batter in the 6th. Armstrong came in, coaxed a 6-4-3 double play off the bat of Hernandez, and then coaxed Milam to ground out to get out of the inning. That fastball misses low, 2-0. Auburn would love to bridge Armstrong to Hetzler if needed tonight. Tigers lead at 4-1, 2-0. Miss low, 3-0. A run for LSU in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th for Auburn. 3 balls and no strikes to Braswell, the pitch. Strike called at the knees, 3-1. Braswell came on as a defensive replacement last night. In the lineup tonight at third base. He came on to play shortstop last night. 3 balls and a strike to Braswell. The pitch. Foul back.
Good battle here by Armstrong to get back and run it full.
Braswell out of Mableton, Georgia. Started at Campbell, transferred to LSU from South Carolina. 3-2 pitch from Armstrong. Ground ball up the middle. It's through for a base hit. The second hit of the night for LSU. A leadoff single by Braswell. He just won that battle.
It's their first base hit since Milam's homer in the 2nd inning.
And it brings Chris Stanfield to the plate. After going 1 for 2 last night, Stanfield 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts, both against Cade Fisher. His 6 strikeouts, the most in an Auburn uniform for Fisher, who went 5+ innings tonight, gave up 1 run on 3 base hits. Stretch in the pitch. Stanfield shows bunt and skips out of the way of a pitch up and in. Braswell at first does not have a stolen base attempt this season. It didn't stop Pearson earlier in this game, though. The pitch inside. 2 balls and no strikes, and John has fallen behind both the 8 and 9 hitters here in the 7th.
In Hetzler's last 2 outings, he has gone 3 innings. So he's shown that he can go the full 3 if need be.
2 balls and no strikes to Stanfield. Braswell, a leadoff single. He's at first. 2-0 pitch. Fastball, strike call. Chris showed bunt, but pulled the bat back. 2-1. Went 1 for 2 last night, scored twice, and drove home a run with a double. Auburn leads LSU 4-1. A leadoff single for Braswell. He's at first. Now the 2-1. Strike called on the outside corner.
Stanfield didn't think so. Armstrong brought it up just enough. I like that when he's missing low. That one he brought up enough to get the call at the knees.
Derek Carriel, the leadoff hitter, waits on deck. Stretch. 2-2 to Stanfield. Here it is. Chopper third base side. Foul ball. Foul ball. Nicely played by Guevara to throw to first, but it was called foul over there by Nathan Huber. He made the call immediately.
Spoiled a pretty good play on both sides.
Agreed.
By Guevara and McMurray. Now, Jay Johnson's coming out. Some music inadvertently played as that pitch was on the way. And I think he's going to be asked. Maybe about that. That's my guess as to what this discussion is about.
Well, In front of the bag, that's the home plate umpire's call.
Okay.
But that was behind the bag.
Yeah.
Where Huber made that call. Stanfield, had that ball been safe, Stanfield would have been safe by about a half step.
Yeah.
So we'll do 2-2 again. Stretch by Armstrong. Braswell with his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Up and in, ball 3. He went to 3-2 on Braswell, who singled up the middle. Armstrong has gone to 3-2 now on Chris Stanfield. Stretch. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit up the middle. First and second, and nobody out for LSU.
And a couple of hits where Braswell and Stanfield, the 8-9 hitters, have worked Armstrong into full counts and then just singled right back up the middle. That's the objective.
Now you get to the top of the order for LSU. Bottom 2 in the order did their job for the Fighting Tigers. And Everett Tiefert is out of the Auburn dugout. Nobody out for LSU in the top of the 7th. And Auburn guarding a 4-1 lead. Runners at first and second. The top of the order, and Curiel comes to the plate. He singled to lead off the game. He has popped up twice since then.
All 4 of LSU's runs in last night's game came from the 7th inning on.
They got a solo home run from Stephen Milam in the 2nd. And until the leadoff single by Braswell in the 7th, that was the only base hit of the night for LSU. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Curiel has hit into 2 double plays this season. Braswell at second and Stanfield at first. Nobody out for LSU in the 7th. Armstrong stretches. Here's the pitch. And there for a strike. The first pitch strike in this inning for John.
On the first pitch, Guevara was in on the edge of the grass to guard against a possible bunt.
Even with the bag right now at third. 0-1. Line drive caught. And a dive back to the bag, caught by the shortstop. Fabian tried to dive back and get Braswell diving back to the bag at second base. He was called safe. 1 out.
Fabian wasn't going to beat Braswell to the bag. He was trying to reach out and actually tag him
right
before he got to the bag.
Wait, did he get him on that lead hand there? Is that something that Auburn would think about challenging?
Fabian didn't react strongly. He didn't ask for the challenge.
All right, 1 out. Here's Jones. 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Stretch in the pitch. Chopper foul up the third base line.
Got to keep it down against this guy. He is thinking home run and tie ball game.
And he is capable of that.
Yeah.
With 11 home runs and 50 runs batted in this season. And with a guy as big as he has only hit into 1 double play this season.
I'd be curious to how many ground ball outs he has this year. He seems more of a lifter.
Stretch in the pitch. Down low. He had 2 ground outs last night, to short and to third. Has struck out twice in each of the first 2 games. A ball and a strike to Jones. Doubled home a couple runs last night. 1-1 from Armstrong. Here it is. Low, 2-1. Out of Marietta, Georgia. Braswell at second and Stanfield at first. Now the 2-1. Up and out of play off the right side.
Armstrong took the pitch clock all the way down to 2 there. I wonder if we might see him quick pitch. He's done that occasionally.
John back on top of the hill. Jones back in the batter's box. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jared Jones. Stretch by Armstrong. And the 2-2. Jammed it into shallow right. Long run out. Anyone going to get? Oh, the second baseman. Oh, what a play by Snow. Going to a knee and making the catch. And the runners stay put. Our defensive play of the game presented by Cook's Pest Control. Don't forget to add pest control to your lineup, from keeping mosquitoes away to protecting them against termites and clearing cobwebs. Spring cleaning isn't done until you call Cook's Pest Control.
Well, you save bases, you save runs. Bub Terrell did it last night a number of times. That was Eric Snow. Really difficult, high degree of difficulty on that catch, running away from the infield, making the over-the-shoulder catch.
Here is Dickinson. Armstrong comes set. And the pitch. This is outside. Dickinson has been on base twice tonight. Singled in the first, reached on an error in the 5th. He's popped up to short. He bats with runners at first and second, and 2 outs now for LSU in the 7th. Stretch of the pitch. It missed low, 2-0.
John's having to battle back from a lot of counts where he's fallen behind. He's shown a lot of toughness, but now he's behind again.
Fell behind both Braswell and Stanfield. They reached on singles. He's behind Dickinson 2-0. Stretch in the pitch. Ball 3 low. Got a line drive off the bat of Curiel to Fabian at short. Got a bloop fly ball into shallow right center by Jones that was run down by Snow on a sliding catch. But now 3 balls and no strikes to Dickinson. Stretch in the pitch. And he walked him on 4 pitches. Missed inside. And here is Ethan Fry. 0 for 3 on the night. He's lined it to center, flied to center, and popped up to second. He comes up with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the LSU 7th. Getting the 3rd out at times has been tough for Armstrong. Opponents are hitting .476 against Armstrong with 2 outs this season. And the infield comes to the mound, and Everett Tieford comes out of the Auburn dugout.
Well, Armstrong got you 2 outs, and the defense behind him. 2 outs in this inning, and that shortened what you would need from Hetzler if it is indeed time for Ryan to come into this game. You would only need 7 outs from him.
He's ready to go if needed. And he thinks he's coming in, and he will. Auburn makes a Cook's Pest Control call to the bullpen.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliability. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Ryan Hetzler is on, the sophomore right-hander from Corona, California, transfer from Cal Baptist. 5'11", 176 sophomore. 10 appearances this year, 3 saves. No record and an earned run average of 3.95. 13 2/3 innings, 7 hits allowed, 6 walks, or make it 2 walks, 13 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .139 against Ryan Hetzler overall in SEC play. 5 appearances, 3 saves, a 6.23 earned run average. 8 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, all earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 8. He's given up 2 doubles, 1 wild pitch. He has hit a batter. Teams are hitting .194 against Hetzler in SEC action. His last 2 outings have been 3-inning appearances. He earned the save against Alabama last week, in the series finale. Gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in 3 innings through 48 pitches. The week before that, 3 innings against Georgia. Got Auburn through the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Gave up just 1 hit in 3 innings. Struck out 2 and threw 40 pitches. So the last 2 weeks, that pitch count has expanded. They've stretched him out a little bit, and he's gone 3 innings. Tonight, Tigers don't need 3. They need 2 1/3 out of Ryan Hetzler. John Armstrong, an inning and 2/3. No runs to this point. 2 hits, 1 walk, 31 pitches, 17 for strikes. And Hetzler comes on in a bases-loaded situation with 2 outs in the 7th.
And a pinch hitter for LSU, Jake Brown, who's listed as a left-handed pitcher and an outfielder, will come to the plate. Left-handed hitter against the righty Hetzler, 6'2", 205 out of Sulphur, Louisiana. Brown hitting .326 with a homer and 22 runs batted in. He started 24 games. This is the 33rd game in which he has played. Hetzler stretches and pitches. Brown swings and misses.
Wicked slider. Really good to see that with the early rapid movement from Hetzler. Yeah, Fry was 0 for 7 in the series, so I decided to go with somebody else, a lefty in Brown.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Off speed for strike 2. Auburn 4, LSU 1. 2 outs, top of the 7th. 0-2 the count to the pinch hitter, Jake Brown. Hetzler, the wind, the pitch. Bounced up there, and Freilich kept it in front of him.
Bounced in front of the plate. Chase just threw his body out there to smother it really well.
A ball and 2 strikes to Brown. Hetzler, the wind and the pitch. Line drive into center. Right at Bristol Carter, inning over. LSU loads the bases, but comes up empty. No runs, a hit, no errors. And 3 men left. The Fighting Tigers have stranded 9. 7th inning stretch time at a sold-out Plainsman Park. Auburn 4, LSU 1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoTigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Stephen Milam gave LSU a 1-0 lead with a 1-out solo homer over the War Eagle wall in the 2nd. Since then, LSU has 1 base hit. Auburn scored 2 in the 4th, 2 more in the 5th. The big blow, a 2-run homer to center with 2 down by Eric Snow. And the trio of Kate Fisher, John Armstrong, and Ryan Hetzler has helped things to the LSU offense down. Auburn will send Chase Freilich, Derek Fabian, and Eric Snow to the plate in the 7th against Connor Ware. The first pitch to Ware, or from Ware to Freilich, is in for strike 1. A school record 7,231 on hand tonight at Plainsman Park. The 0-1. Freilich takes it a little bit high. A ball and a strike to the Auburn catcher, who has flied out to left twice tonight. Connor Ware, his 2nd inning of work, the 1-1. Freilich takes it right down the middle for strike 2. Brazoa playing well off the line at third. 1-2. Fralick swing on a foul tip into the glove of the catcher for the strikeout. Second strikeout for Ware. And that brings Derek Fabian to the plate. The Auburn shortstop is 0 for 2 on the night. Boy, he has played sparkling defense for Auburn. And Jay Johnson is out of the dugout for LSU. Ware is up to 20 pitches. There has been activity in the bullpen for LSU. And Jay Johnson makes a pepper tree pitching change.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunization. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Pepper tree pitching change for LSU to number 43, Connor Benge. Benge is a right-hander from Montgomery, Texas, 6 feet, 194. Transfer from Dallas Baptist. Connor Benge, 1-1 in 13 appearances. 13 appearances tied for the team lead. 1-1 with a 6.08 earned run average, 13 in the third innings. 10 hits, 9 runs. He's walked 10, struck out 13. He's thrown 3 wild pitches, given up 2 doubles, and given up 4 home runs, second most on the team. Opposition is hitting .217 against Connor Benge. In SEC action, 4 appearances, 1-1, earned run average 13.5. 6 runs on 7 hits and 4 walks in 4 innings of work. And 3 home runs allowed in league play. Teams are hitting .412 against Connor Benge in the league. So he is on to face Derek Fabian. Ware goes an inning and a third. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, no hits or runs allowed.
And Benge, B-E-N-G-E, is on for LSU, a right-hander with right-handers coming to the plate for Auburn.
Lefties are hitting .278 against him. Right-handers only $179. So with 3 straight righties coming up in the order.
Correct.
Jay Johnson counting on Benge to just get the next 2 and get out of the inning.
Auburn leads LSU 4-1. Fabian's grounded to short, flied to left. 1 for 4 last night with a run scored. 4 homers, 28 runs batted in for the Auburn senior captain. Righty on righty here. Benge works off the stretch. Here's the pitch. Ooh, Fabian had a home run cut and fouled back the fastball at 94. Benge off the stretch. Now the 0-1. Foul tip, and that got Hernandez at the plate. Home plate umpire will walk a ball out to the pitcher. And Benge is ahead of Derek Fabian, no balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 6 hits, an error, 3 men left for Auburn. A run on 5 hits, no errors, 9 men left on base tonight for LSU. 1 out, nobody on for Auburn in the bottom of the 8th. No balls and 2 strikes to Derek Fabian. Stretch in the pitch. Fastball just a little bit up, maybe a little out. The ball and 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Eric Snow waits on deck. Benj peers in, stretches. Now the 1-2. Fabian popped it up. Left side, out on the outfield grass. Braswell circles under that, makes the catch for the second out.
Well, nearly popped out of his glove there. You could see the white baseball, half of it sticking out of the top. He did a good job to stay with it.
2 down for Eric Snow, one of Auburn's hitting heroes tonight. 2 for 3 on the night. Grounded to second in the first. Doubled and scored in the fourth. He got things started for Auburn in the fourth with a leadoff double. Scored the first run on the night. And then with 2 outs in the fifth, hit a home run to dead center field. 2 outs and nobody on. Benj stretches and pitches. This is low with a fastball at 95. Auburn leads LSU 4-1. Outfield plays deep with Snow at the plate. His home run back in the fifth, his 5th of the season. Pitch. Strike, call at the knees. 1-1. And that fastball from Benj has been routinely mid-90s.
And a pretty easy 94, 95.
Stretch, 1-1 pitch. Snow, good cut at it, but fouled it up and out of play off the right side. Ball and 2 strikes. Not only has Benj thrown that fastball in the mid-90s, he's throwing it for strikes. 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn in the 7th. A ball and 2 strikes the count to Snow. Here comes the pitch. Fastball high, 2-2. That was 96.
Nothing fancy about this, is it?
Nope. Good eye for Snow. Tough to catch up with 96 up in the zone. Stretch and the 2-2 pitch to Snow. Here it is. Jammed him. He fouled it back. Plainsman Park record 7,231 in attendance tonight. I don't think anyone's gone home. Do you?
No.
2-2 to Snow. The stretch and the pitch. Swinging a shot into right, but right at the right fielder. And Pearson makes the catch. Ball was struck well, but right at the right fielder, Pearson, and the inning comes to a close. We go to the 8th as the Tigers are retired in order in the bottom of the 7th. Auburn 4, LSU 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the orthopedic clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the orthopedic clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike's Steakhouse, famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for Big City Steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shigjordan Parkway and Wire Road.
Josh Pearson will lead it off. I think we'll get a pinch hitter for Hernandez. Ashton Larson now in the on-deck circle for LSU. And then Stephen Milam here in the 8th. Auburn leads LSU 4-1. Ryan Hetzler on for the Tigers. Got the final out of the 7th. 5, 6, and 7 hitters for LSU in the 8th. Josh Pearson will lead it off. He's 0 for 1, fly to center, then hit on consecutive at-bats in the 4th and the 6th. Hetzler, the wind and the pitch. Drops in for a strike. He shook off that first call from Chase Fralick and threw a strike. Pearson crowds the plate. He's been hit twice tonight. The pitch. Up the middle, a base hit. Leadoff man is on for LSU. Third time tonight he's been on. Conecuh Sausage, the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage, a game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store or visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama off I-65, exit 96. Pinch hitter is Ashton Larson, sophomore outfielder out of Overland Park, Kansas.
He does not have an at-bat in an SEC game this year. This is his first one.
19th game, all in batting .231. The first pitch from Hetzler misses inside for ball one. Hernandez was 0 for 3, including a double play ball in the sixth. Pearson at first has a stolen base tonight. Hetzler off the stretch. And the 1-0 to Larson. Missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Hetzler the stretch and the 2-0. Popped him up. Right side. This will get out of play.
Off the bat, I thought that was going to be about the middle of the infield.
Nineteenth game for Larson. He started 5 times. Now the 2-1. Fouled back on a high fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count.
He's up there swinging away.
1 homer, 7 runs batted in for Larson. He has struck out 10 times this season. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into center, long run, Bristol Carter loops back, makes the catch, 1 out.
Started in and to his right and then had to dart back, as you mentioned. He was able to run it down out there. Took a few more steps maybe than he would have liked, but he got it.
And here's Stephen Milam, who will bat left-handed against the righty Hetzler. Homered in the second, hit by a pitch in the fourth, and grounded out on a terrific play by Derek Fabian at short to end the sixth. Excuse me. A runner at first, 1 out. Stretch in the pitch. Strike call at the letters. Michael Braswell waits on deck for LSU. LSU will get the top of its order up before this game is over. 0-1. Foul back 0-2 to Milam.
Started him with a straight fastball, then came back with the over-the-top breaking ball. He had Milam underneath it and early.
Rembert, Irish, and McMurray, the scheduled 3 for Auburn in the 8th. Right now, the Tigers lead 4-1. The shift is on for Auburn. On the right side of the infield. 0-2 to Milam. Stretch by Hetzler. Long set. And time called. He had plenty of time on the pitch clock. And time was called by Milam. Milam walks out of the circle onto the artificial surface.
He's taking every bit of time that he's allowed here.
Yes, he is. Wants to break up the rhythm of Ryan Hetzler, who's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Let's go.
Back in the box. 0-2 the count. Stretch in the pitch. Ooh! Just missed the inside corner. Auburn dearly wanted that call and did not get it from Chuck Pack.
You know what? I think Chase may have moved it too much after he caught it. That was an excellent pitch.
1-2. Ground ball, base hit to left, away from the shift. Runner around second base, digs for third. Throw comes back into second. They throw back to first. He's safe. And runners are at the corners and one out for LSU. Auburn thought it had strike three.
Yep.
And Butch Thompson is reminding Chuck Pack of that right now. And then on the next pitch, to the credit of Milam, he singled away from the shift, and LSU has runners at the corners. Boy, oh boy.
And another pinch hitter here for LSU.
Number 5, Tanner Reeves, who was the starting third baseman last night. Reeves will probably stay in the ballgame to play third base for Braswell. Lefty against the right-hander Hetzler. Runners at the corners, one down. Stretch in the pitch. Drops in for a strike. Reeves was 0 for 2 last night in that start for LSU. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball into the gap in left center field. Long run. That's going to get down for a base hit. And a run scores, and it's 4-2. Off the end of the bat into left field. Nothing that Terrell could do. And the tying run is at first base for LSU. An RBI single for Reeves.
And Hetzler's got to put behind him now, thinking he had strike 3 on Milam. You got a go-ahead run at the plate here in the form of Stanfield, the 2 tying runs on base with 1 out. Keep it low, try to get a ground ball, and a force.
Chris is 1 for 3 on the night. Milam at second and Reeves at first as Hetzler stretches and pitches. Strike. Stanfield tough to double up. He's hit into 2 this season. 4-2 the score. Stretch by Hetzler. And the 0-1. Fly ball into center. Carter breaks back, shy of the track, makes the catch. Runner at second tags, and he will go to third. The throw comes back into second. And there are runners at the corners and 2 outs, and the top of the order up for LSU. Milam went to third on the fly ball to center by Chris Stanfield, and now here is Derek Curiel.
LSU stranded, the bases loaded in the 4th and the 7th. They got 2 on in the 1st and left 2 on base. Auburn has done a terrific job so far tonight of keeping out of a really big inning as Everett Tiefert goes out to talk maybe strategy here with.
And Auburn's bullpen gets to work. A left-hander now throwing
Griffin
in the
Graves.
pen for the Tigers. He just started to throw. So this is how do we pitch to Curiel.
Yep.
Boy, just imperative to get this guy with Jones in the on-deck circle. And an opportunity to let Griffin Graves get to work in the pen for the Tigers.
And you want Jones leading off the next inning with nobody on base.
Yes. Auburn guarding a 4-2 lead. We're in the top of the 8th.
Smart decision by Carter to throw back to second rather than try to get the guy tagging and going to third, because if he throws to third, then Reeves is headed for second, and now you could tie the game with a base hit.
You know, that's what was being yelled from the Auburn dugout.
Right.
2-2-2.
Right.
All right, Curiel at the plate, 1 for 4. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. The pitch, strike on a fastball. Singled in the first, popped up to second in the third, flied to left in the 5th, and lined to Fabian at short in the 7th. Stretch. Here's the 0-1. Swing on a foul back, 0-2. And this crowd can make a difference right now.
Yep.
Over 7,200 strong Hetzler against Curiel. The 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Runner goes. Ground ball, foul, pass first.
Out in front of the slider at 80.
Reeves breaking on the pitch. Does not have a stolen base attempt this season. Anything to stay out of a force out at second, perhaps. Will he be off on this pitch as Hetzler comes set? Another 0-2 to Curiel. Ground ball again, foul up the right side.
He got ahead with a fastball, and he's thrown in back-to-back sliders. Is it time to see the fastball again?
Maybe a fastball away.
Yeah.
Second baseman still on the edge of the outfield grass. Fabian shades up the middle. The 0-2 to Curiel. Fastball high. Fralick had to come out of his crouch to corral that one. Pretty big hole on the left side of the infield for Curiel with Fabian shading up the middle. 1-2 the count. Stretched by Hetzler. Here comes the pitch. Line drive on a hop to the second baseman. Flips to first and the inning is over. And Hetzler minimizes the damage. A run on 3 base hits, no errors, and 2 men left. LSU has stranded 11. And we go to the bottom half of the 8th at Plainsman Park. Auburn 4, LSU 2. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Atmore is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Atmore. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We'll see a new catcher for LSU. I believe that's Cade Arambidi. And a new third baseman. Tanner Reeves stays in the game, and he will play third. And right-hander Connor Benj will get the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Auburn in the 8th, with Auburn leading 4-2. Rembert, Irish, and McMurray. Rembert, a right-handed hitter, will Benj pitch past Rembert, with lefties coming up next in Irish and McMurray. He had no trouble with Fabian and Snow coming in to get 2 outs, the final 2 outs in the 7th. Rembert, 2 for 3 on the night. Benj, a hard-throwing right-hander, works off the stretch. And the pitch. Misses. Oh, my goodness. Called strike 1 on a pitch that was up. And Gabe Gross is giving it to Chuck Pack, and I can't say as I blame him.
Yeah, that's last night's strike zone, letter high.
Now the 0-1. Ground ball to the shortstop, to Milam. He fields and throws high. Tagged the runner coming by. Did Jones for the first down. And now here's Ike Irish.
And I don't think he'll get a chance. Yeah.
Nope.
He was in there to get the righties.
And he did just that.
Yep.
Got 3 in a row. And Irish will likely face a left-hander as LSU makes a pepper tree pitching change.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
The new pitcher for LSU on this Pepper Tree pitching change is DJ Primo, number 41, Primeaux. Primo, redshirt sophomore from Baton Rouge, 5'10", 201, a left-hander. Primo, 12 outings, 8 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts. Team's batting .241 against DJ Primo. Just 1 extra base hit. It was a homer. No record and an earned run average of 5.4 in league play. 5 appearances and a 10.12 earned run average. He's given up 3 runs on 3 hits in 2 2/3 innings. He's also walked 3, struck out 2, and hit 2 batters. Binge faced 3 hitters, all right-handers, got them all out, threw 12 pitches, 9 for strikes. So now Primo. Yesterday before the game, Butch Thompson said they'd like to face 9 or 10 pitchers. Well, this is the 8th right now in the first 2 games for Auburn to get a look at. And Primo, the lefty, will get Ike Irish with 1 out and nobody on here in the 8th inning.
Connor Bench did his work against 3 right-handed hitters. He retired in order: Fabian, Snow, and Rembert. And although Snow and Rembert hit the ball hard, he retired them. So he goes a full inning, gives up no runs, no hits, does not have a walk or a strikeout, gives way to DJ Primo.
Primo, lefties hitting 188 against him. Right-handers, 308. Next 3 in the Auburn lineup are lefties. Game like this, if you needed a pinch hitter late, it's where you like having a switch hitter like Lucas Steele available.
Ike Irish with an RBI single, make that a double in the 4th. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. The pitch, pass ball in there for a strike at 89. Auburn leads 4-2. 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up for LSU in the top of the 9th. The pitch, ball outside, a ball and a strike to Ike. 2 in the 4, 2 in the 5th for Auburn. Single runs for LSU in the 2nd and the 8th. 4-2, Auburn leads it. 1-1 to Irish from Primo. Outside and high, 2-1. Three straight lefties in the pipeline for Auburn here with Irish, McMurray, and perhaps Terrell. The pitch, Ike takes strike 2. Good pitch on the inside corner. Don't think Ike believes so, but
nope. The Auburn dugout believes the strike zone is expanding.
Now one way right now.
Yeah.
2-2. Irish chops it to the pitcher. Primo throws to first for the out. Two down, and here's McMurray. Cooper is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. He's driven home 2 this weekend. Auburn's leader with 8 home runs and RBIs with 33. He bats with 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn in the bottom of the 8th. Stretch in the pitch. Foul back on a mighty cut by McMurray. He got a fastball up, and he fouled it off the brickwork behind home plate. Primo trying to get the final out in the 8th inning. The pitch. McMurray reaches out, lifts it into the Tiger Terrace, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Shift is on now. It will be Jones, Dickinson, and Brown, the scheduled 3 for LSU, in the top of the 9th. Primo ahead of McMurray, 0-2. The pitch. High with a fastball, 1-2.
He could almost check swing himself into a triple. How deep Carriel in left field.
He is on the warning track,
yeah.
Literally on the warning track in front of the War Eagle wall. Stretch. Now the 1-2. McMurray tries to go up the left side, fouls it out of play.
He's had a couple of hits in the series going the other way. RBI single in last night's ball game.
We've seen him homer off the left field foul pole in his career at Auburn. 1-2 pitch. He tries to go up the left side again and fouls it. He's populating the Tiger Terrace very well right now with Cowhide. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Primo stretches. Here's the pitch. Check swing foul and into the Auburn dugout. Everybody all right. I think came closest to Auburn pitching coach Gabe Gross. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to McMurray. He's fouled off 4 straight pitches. Another 1-2. McMurray, base hit the left. Cooper with his second base knock of the night.
He kept trying to go that way, and he finally got one that he could straighten out. It was over the inner half of the plate. It was an inside-out swing. He was deliberately trying to go the other way, and he's got his second opposite field single of the series.
Brought the hands in and sliced it to left, and it gives Terrell a chance. It's been a tough night for Bub at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. And the pitching coach, Nate Yeske, is out.
This is strategy talk. He normally doesn't bring the hook with him.
Auburn and LSU will wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon at 2. We do not know the Auburn starter tomorrow. LSU is scheduled to throw Chase Shores, who's 5-1 with a 4.66 ERA, a right-handed sophomore.
We saw both Cam Tilley and Carson Myers last night. Those could have been a couple of candidates.
Could see Alvarez as an opener tomorrow for Auburn.
That's right. That's what they did last week.
2 o'clock first pitch. We're on the air on the Auburn Sports Network tomorrow at 1:45. Auburn softball will play the rubber game of its series with Georgia tomorrow. Britt Bowen with the call on Weagle 91.1 FM. That's a 1 o'clock first pitch, 12:45 airtime over at J.B. Moore Field.
And then we're on the road, 4 games in 6 days.
Jacksonville State Tuesday night at 6, and then on the road to number 2 Texas, 7 o'clock for Thursday and Friday night, and then home for Easter Sunday, thankfully. All right, here's Terrell with McMurray at first and 2 outs. And Primo stretching and pitching. Bub takes it low. Blocked by the catcher. And McMurray stays put. Bub with 21 runs batted in, 4 home runs.
You love an insurance run somewhere. They are playing him really deep. Special deep into pull and left.
Primo comes set. Here's the 1-0. Terrell slices it up and out of play off the left side. Aaron Beatty behind the plate for LSU. Primo on the hill. 1-1 the count to Bub Terrell. Here's the pitch. Bub sends one to center. Shallow center. Here comes Stanfield on. He is there to make the catch, and we're set for the ninth. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters come to the plate for LSU in the ninth. Auburn 4, the Fighting Tigers 2. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame.
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Time to make some noise at Plainsman Park. 7,231 strong. Auburn 4, LSU 2, Fighting Tigers. Jones, Dickinson, and Brown, the scheduled 3. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters for LSU. Brown came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th. With Auburn on top 4-2, and Ryan Hetzler looking to nail things down here in the 9th. Jared Jones, 0 for 4 tonight with a couple strikeouts. Jones hitting .370, 11 homers. And there's a first pitch strike from Hetzler.
26 pitches for Hetzler.
Ryan back to work. 0-1 pitch. Foul back. He got it in on the hands. 0-2. This would be an enormous first out of the inning. 0-2 to Jones. Wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Just blew a fastball at 92 by Jared Jones. 1 out in the 9th.
Caught him maybe looking for the slider there. Instead, an elevated fastball at 92, and Jones could not catch it.
First strikeout tonight for Hetzler. 7 Ks for Auburn. And that brings Daniel Dickinson to the plate. 1 out in the 9th. Hetzler. Here's the wind in the pitch. Fouled up the right side. Long run. Ike Irish. Is there room? No, off of the screen. 0-1. One out, nobody on for LSU. Top of the 9th. Auburn 4, LSU 2. No balls and a strike. The count to Dickinson. The wind in the pitch. Oh, my goodness. Slider. Not sure where that missed. 1-1. Stretch in the 1-1 pitch. Dickinson to right. Ike Irish back. Shy of the track. 2 outs. And it should be a wall of noise right now from this crowd. 2 down and nobody out. And here is Jake Brown. Came on and flied to center in his only at bat back in the 7th. Hetzler, the wind, the pitch. Strike. Oh, and 1 the count to Brown. Hetzler peers over the top of his glove. Pitch clock at 6. The 0-1. Missed the outside corner. 1-1. Fralick tried to bring that one up and in. A ball and a strike. Josh Pearson on deck. It's the righty Hetzler against the lefty Brown, the pitch. Ball 2 outside. Struck out Jones on 3 pitches. Got a fly ball to right from Dickinson. Now 2 balls and a strike to Brown. 2 outs and nobody on in the ninth. The pitch. Ground ball to the right side. 2 Snow. 2 first. Auburn wins. The Tigers take the series. Hetzler retires LSU in order of the ninth. And the Tigers of Auburn win the series. Auburn 4, LSU 2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts, cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball against LSU.
4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. 4 men left on base for Auburn. LSU, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Fighting Tigers strand 11. A school record crowd, 7,231, wrapping up A-Day Saturday as Auburn beats LSU by a score of 4-2, and Auburn takes the series against the Fighting Tigers. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank post-game show. Brad Law on the field to talk it over with Tigers head coach Butch Thompson and a number of the Auburn players. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio.